Backyard Podcast, it's fun. BYB Podcast, it's fun. The BYB Show. Fun. Backyard Podcast, it's fun. BYB Podcast, it's fun. The BYB Show. Fun. Backyard Podcast, it's fun. BYB Podcast, it's fun. The BYB Show. Fun. Backyard Podcast, it's fun. BYB Podcast, it's fun. The BYB Fun. Backyard Podcast, it's fun. BYB Podcast, it's fun. The BYB Fun. Backyard Podcast, it's fun. BYB Podcast, it's fun. The BYB Fun.
Oh. Boo-hoo! They're gonna kill that poor woman! You want a tow? I can get you a tow from the BYB podcast with special guests. It's the fucking Steel Toed Podcast Show guests. That's the guests. That's the ones. Their names are Aaron and the Steel Toed Podcast. Go, go, go!
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
I didn't know you.
Welcome, Aaron and April from the Steel Toe Morning Show. And you guys are on Monday through Friday, 6 through 10 a.m. and Sunday through Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. all Central Time on YouTube, Patreon, Rumble. And, of course, we saw most recently your pilot on Compound Media. Is there anything else we missed or fill in the blanks?
You nailed it.
You're even on the Compound pilot. You got it all, man. Your plug card is up to date.
You got it.
Awesome. Well, I'm trying to get you. Okay, there we go.
Cheers.
On our normal screen. Yeah, we got a busy evening tonight. All 9 of us here. Yeah, go ahead, drink up, enjoy. I'm sure everybody in the country's got some awesome we're going on right now, so
we're hanging out.
Settle in and stay warm.
Frozen. I'm frozen right now. Covered in
not good.
rain.
This weather is crazy, man.
I took a picture of a tree. It was like all the branches were completely fucking frozen over. Like it was just surrounded in water. It was awesome. Pretty.
This whole podcast has that vibe of like the 80s cafe and Back to the Future 2 when Reagan and the Ayatollah were yelling at each other. It's Jesus.
McFly. Anyone in there, McFly?
Oh, that's just Jimmy G.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys probably know Jimmy G. He's a Compound regular too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm so excited. Jeez.
I just know that I can't watch a podcast anymore without seeing fucking Stevie Lou on there.
I know.
Jesus.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
It's the goddamn Patrick Warburton of podcasts. You just kind of hear his voice in the background in every one of them.
Yeah, this reference may pass over some people, but I'm kind of like the Skinamarink.
All right.
Yeah, you're right about
maybe?
it not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I love Stevie
You're kind of
Lou.
omnipresent, but you're not God. So
You're also the guy from the Burbs as well.
Yeah.
That's you
According
too, I
to
guess.
Chad.
I was walking in the woods. I got covered in burbs. Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
That's what Bradley calls cum.
Well, then that's,
Okay.
you know,
That makes a little
This
more
is how my-
sense.
it's a code word. It's not as gay.
Put some
No,
burbs on my back. All right.
yeah, so you guys are out there in Minnesota, and I know you guys have been doing a podcast for roughly over maybe not even quite a year.
Oh man, well, it
showdown.
depends. It depends on which platform you're talking about.
Yes,
We've
what do we
we've bounced
count?
around quite a bit. Radio, we did this show for about 7 years. If you Google our show's name, you can find out how that ended.
Rockin' 101 in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Some broad in Iowa wanted to have a little fun with us, so we maybe said some. I don't know.
You made
I
her
thought
drink
they were-
water and hold her pee until she died?
Yeah, that was us. Yes, we're the whole we for a week.
Damn it.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
Yeah, so then we went to Twitch because we were already simulcasting the radio show on Twitch. And then one day we were making fun of Corey Feldman, of all people, and our channel shut off, and they never told us why, and they banned us from Twitch. So in May, we came over to YouTube and, I think we started out with like 900 subs and grown about tenfold from there. So fingers crossed that growth continues.
Keeps
Did
going.
Corey Feldman find out that you're a part of the wolf pack? Oh,
I don't know what it was. It was very odd. It was a Corey Feldman clip, and I don't know. He does seem like the kind of guy who would have a lot of pull at Twitch. Like, what a fucked up place that is. It does seem like a place that would be really inviting to a Corey Feldman.
Him and his Angels.
Yeah, and the Angels. Yes, of course.
Did Corey
Oh,
Feldman?
don't forget the Angels, please.
Did he try to stop you by shaving his head and going, "Steel Toe, do you remember?" Steel Toe, do you remember? Sorry, that was
remember.
I shaved your head.
We're big Friday. We're big Friday.
And then he did some weird dance number that was eerily similar to something Michael Jackson did in the 80s, and it just got really awkward.
yeah, he stabbed you in the hand, right in the middle of the hand.
But luckily,
mean.
his newest
Today
music
Show
has
had
turned out
Corey-
great, so he's moved on from that.
He's
The
got some
Today Show
bangers
had-
nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, the Today Show had Corey Feldman on twice, and it was purely just to make fun of him. And then they have the audacity to do stories on like, oh, bullying, how terrible is it? Meanwhile, here's this retard with a bunch of runaways in his band.
Ascension, Millennium.
Yeah, so like
Oh,
you're,
no.
That's the performance.
That's
He was
the
doing
one.
he was doing a live performance of that song at a minor league baseball park
Yes.
when we got kicked off of Twitch.
That song kicks ass, though, doesn't it? Right?
It does.
Well, not for me. It's got
Wow.
horrible connotations to it now.
Awful.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I got all your comments from radio in St. Cloud, and I was curious if you didn't mind if I read them, and then I was trying to figure out what the big deal was anyway, because I don't
Here we go.
understand. It's
I mind.
Yeah. Let's read the Oh, I love this. These are the quotes.
Yes.
I'd love to hear my words said back to me. Now, I will say this. There was a 6-minute TikTok video of this that went all over. It was like the #1 story in like radio publications and shit. And it was like an hour and a half we did of making fun of this chick. All of these lines you're about to read are followed up by two guys who are drinking on the air at the time going, "We're so stupid. This is the dumbest fucking thing."
So dumb.
But that's
Gino?
not,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not
Gino-
as sexy as
Gino,
what you're going to
Kevin
see here.
Dombrowski
Gino and Kevin.
on Whiskey Wednesday. Oh no, different one.
Yeah.
Different
I,
day.
I,
All
call,
right,
I called her.
Can you guys really quick?
Me. At first, I called her Clam Radio.
Yeah, I was gonna say, swing them out to the side while we go over these comments so they're not
Oh,
blocked.
sure.
I'm
Yes,
sorry
show-
to go.
Show the embarrassment.
Yeah, get
I'm
that
not
on
embarrassed by this
screen.
at all. I find most of
You
your
can bump
lines to be
me.
really
Bump-
funny.
Rusty, bump me
Oh,
over
yeah.
to the middle and switch out while you throw these comments on so they can.
So in case,
Get
in
Stevie
case
Lou out of
somebody
here. I'm
missed it,
leaving. If you don't fucking get Stevie Lou out of here, I'm leaving now.
Fucking prick.
he's a fucking control freak, that's for sure.
You do deserve it. You referred to Kevin Brennan as an
Oh.
alpha male, a guy
Oh,
who like has,
he's a beta.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my
the guy who has
God.
the build of Mr. Burns and
Let's-
screeches like an old queen.
My brother
I don't know
Neil
what he's doing.
Let's,
I
so,
refer
hold on.
to him as an
The
unwrapped
Mr.
mummy.
Mr. Toe, the target is on you right now. We will put a pin in that statement and come back to it later. But let's get to these comments that we pulled
Kevin
up
Brennan
for the show.
is
Beta.
Because I tell you why.
Beta. Amazing.
I was waiting for that.
Bitter old washwoman.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, let's do these. I'll read them aloud. All right, here we go. We're going to
Uninterrupted.
drive. We're going to drive this Heather insane. She's finished. She's finished.
In my defense, I was listening to a lot of Red Bar at the time, so I
That's
think
true.
that's
That's his calling card. You're finished.
yeah.
She's finished. She's finished. Okay. This Heather has the audacity to speak up. No, she will not be allowed to speak up. We will bury her in the ground. In Minecraft.
That was just
In
a good
Minecraft.
Daniel Plainview impression, I thought.
Really.
I'm trying to read it with the exact
Mr.
same
Daniel.
inflection you used. I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, it was like this. It was it's burned in my memory. So it was we will bury her in the ground. And then there was laughing and we were being jovial. But I could see if you're listening to a complete psychopath drunkenly screaming on the radio that he's going to bury you, you might feel a little threatened.
Oh, he was
I'm going to bury you
very
in the
excited for
ground.
all of it.
I'm an oil man.
B-E-A-R-Y. Bury.
I'll drink your milkshake. I'll drink it up.
Heather, I told you I would bury you in the ground.
Did you throw a handkerchief over your son's head while you were saying this? I'm going to bury you. You're going to fall asleep, and I'm going to come into your house late at night and cut your throat.
April, you came from a bastard son. You're a bastard son, and you don't even. I'm sorry.
Oh well, my only thought was
I told
blueberry
Heather,
or
I said,
raspberry.
you have none of me in you.
They took my boy.
I told Heather,
boy.
I said, why don't we get them liquored up and take them to the Peachtree dance?
When you speak to a little boy, I would hope you would say, "You have none of me in you right now."
No.
I've abandoned my show.
Aw.
That boy was a liar. That little boy was a liar. They tell tales at his school.
Give me the suspension, Lord. I want the suspension.
Aaron, you boy.
April, is there enough testosterone in here for you?
Oh yeah, I'm loving it. All good.
Okay. She's
I got
on a rock
testosterone
station
coming out of
now.
my ass.
She's on a rock station. That shouldn't be allowed, right, April?
Now, wait a minute. In fairness, when I said that deserves some context. I only said that because she's a woman, and I shouldn't have said rock station. I should have said public broadcast.
That's accurate.
Yeah, I've always
That
said
makes it all better.
Repeal the 19th Amendment. Repeal Title IX. I agree. Totally, absolutely.
I like
Oh
it.
man. Take
Repeal
all
a
the rights
banana.
away.
Let me put it
Repeal
this
the
way.
banana. Who said that? Hold on.
I
I'll let
didn't
that
say
go
that.
by.
I didn't. Nope. Repeal a banana.
No.
Fuck you.
Those are some damn good Daniel Plainview impressions.
I want
Let me
the
put it
banana,
this way,
Lord.
Heather. It's not good that gyms are locked down. Are you hungry, boys? You hungry, boys? He said, referring to a video of Lee in a vehicle that dogs in the back seat. There's a lot of meat in that front seat. Get her. Of course you are ordering a Starbucks. A lot of calories in those drinks. Heather, a lot of calories.
hilarious. That's fucking
Okay,
hilarious.
now it's
Oh,
funnier.
no.
Now that may be a funny thing to say, but it's also not doing it justice because the two dogs in the back seat were pit bulls,
Right.
and it's even funnier because they're murderous animals.
Yeah, is the toddler scent comment in here?
Yeah, there was another one. Yeah, they didn't put the funniest
Come
one
on.
in there. Where I went, I hope they cover her in toddler scent or something.
So they
like
eat
that. So I mean, there was a lot of stuff that I felt they left out. They only kept the really good, tasteless stuff.
It's unfortunate.
If this is the bull, I want you to dress up in red and drop you off in a bull pit in a Crip neighborhood.
No,
Well,
they
the
got
bull, you
that
get the
quote
horns.
wrong. It said, I want to dress her up in red and drop her off in a Crip neighborhood. That's not, they fucked that up.
Oh, that would.
That's
She
right.
might get raped by a pack of. Oh, go on.
If you get wrapped, if you get by a pack of, it'll be your fault. I actually did Mel Gibson as Daniel Plainview there accidentally.
Those
Yeah,
are the
I'll-
best phone calls of all time.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's a
too, like,
pack of tigers.
I hope you get raped by a pack of wild.
Oh, hey.
yeah, to me, Stevie Lou here, like, to take
I
a
deserve
woman,
to be blown before the suspension.
Stevie Lou checking in here. I want to just say that, like, to take a woman to Sevilla just for a radio bit, that's not going to work out. That's a very expensive trip. So
Seville? Are you talking about Spain? By
he's talking bullfighters here. Where we were talking bullfight. Oh no, you're.
I
they
take her.
They misquoted, sorry.
bullfighting with dropping her off in a Crip neighborhood. So I get what you're saying now. It makes no
They
sense.
mixed up two quotes. I said I wanted
It
to
didn't-
dress her in red and take her to a bullfight. And then another one, I said, I hope she's dressed in red. We can drop her off in a Crip neighborhood. I don't like this. Is the way the
Sevilla.
media works. They twist your words to make it sound way worse when the original would have done just fine.
They'll cancel you
I'll
for it.
leave her with
Right?
severe injuries.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I Sevilla what you did there.
Thank you. If you have a
Trying
podcast,
to
and
send
I
a
have a
woman to the
podcast.
mental hospital.
That was just a stated goal. I just figured, in
It's
case that was an old broadcasting thing, when I didn't want people to tune in the middle of this and wonder what we're doing. That was just to kind of keep everybody in the loop.
right. You had to
That's
let
a
'em
good goal
know.
to have.
Yeah, right. So like if people tune in, they're like, wow, they're just being mean for no reason. Like, oh, they're trying to send her to a mental hospital. I get it.
And finally, go
Where
on
they
their
belong.
Facebook page. Go there and write posts and say, oh my God, I can't believe Heather uses the N-word in her private time. Please don't do that. Be appalled. be like, I'm so offended that Heather uses the N-word in her spare time.
Well, I was a real Zumok back then, wasn't I?
I really need the TikTok version of this. There's a whole 6 minutes on TikTok from some chick of all of this just condensed together, and it is the most evil sounding thing.
It
of all
sounds
time.
terrible
It
when
is
you
awful.
play it all together. I mean,
Sounds
it was all
great.
nice and fun.
He's a real monster.
What are you talking about? Sounds wonderful.
Here's what happened. We like our station at the time said, if you guys get to number 1 in the market, we will syndicate you. We got to number 1. They didn't hold up their end of the bargain. I started applying to open morning shows in different markets. If we got the job, I was going to force our station to just syndicate us there. And we went to this one in Iowa, and we didn't get it. They didn't call us back, nothing. So we went on the show one day. We said, why don't we go listen to see what they picked instead of us? And it was a really terrible, like, play a bunch of music kind of a show. So we started making fun of them, teasing their Facebook page, this and that. And then she went on the air and said, oh, a bunch of guys in their mom's basement are coming after him. Well, bring it on, guys. We're ready for a fight. Like, this chick wanted to fucking have some fun.
She wanted to.
Then we thought she really wanted to, like, have a little radio war thing. So we leaned the fuck in with a lot. I mean, those were all sarcastic, but, like, pretty nasty
Were
stuff.
they?
I mean, I meant it, but I said it sarcastically.
You were playing.
And so we say that stuff, and then she turns around and, like, reports us to TikTok and gets this whole thing going. I'm like, that's fucking good. You know what? Bravo. You got me.
She asked for the heat. You couldn't put any heat out.
Rope-a-doped us. She drew us in to go worse, and then went, oh, she did that thing that a lot of women will do. She taunted you into a fight, and then when you fought, she went, what? I didn't even do anything.
Go to the police and complain.
Hey, that's what that's kind of what Brennan does sometimes.
That's true.
Can I say really quick?
She's not on Rockin' 101 at this point, is she?
Aaron, sounds to me like this is a situation where you may have worked yourself into a shoot.
Oh my god, I did. I worked myself into a shoot. I Vince Russo'd myself.
It was
I don't know if you saw the most recent episode
Bro, listen, bro. In order to replace Aaron on Rockin' 101, Stevie Lou, we're gonna have tournaments. All right, we're gonna put the radio job on a poll, bro. Bro, listen, this is gonna be great, bro. We're gonna put it on a poll with LaParca and Norman Smiley, and it's gonna be off the hook.
Wait right now. I'm coming for your podcast. Oh yeah.
We're gonna
I'm gonna take that microphone and I'm gonna say, ooh, some shit you've never heard before.
If I was going to be a WWF person from that era, I would be Slick, the manager of the $1 Million Man.
Just like him.
Oh, I look just like Slick.
You just need to work on your tan. You'll be fine in a couple of years.
And I was. I don't know. Like, maybe you could pull off Slick, but
I'm gonna be Slick for Halloween now.
I don't know. I think maybe Harvey Whippleman's more your speed, but go for what you want to do. Let us go.
I'm also the Mr. Hood man.
Whoa. Clint Hood? We don't need any hood men in here. Thanks, though.
No, not that. Oh, I see. The burn in the cross. No.
Wait, while you're in it, please.
I'm talking about white milk. Oh, wait, no, shit.
Fuck. All of a sudden, I thought we should go full "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" and just start singing "Oh Death."
I guess so.
One evening, as the sun went down and the circle fires were burning, down the track came a hobo hiking, and he said, "Boys, I'm not turning." Oh, I'm just singing "Oh Brother."
He's got it.
Yeah, so you guys,
It's
you
our
guys
music
have
man.
absolutely
He's our music man up there.
seamlessly transitioned to YouTube. You guys are rocking at this point. Thoughts on that? Are you glad you got out of radio? Are you glad that you got away from Twitch and now you're just doing this way? Or
Twitch was kind of like, you can't really grow on Twitch. They don't really put your stuff out there. But like, to be at almost 10,000 subs before we've even been doing this for a year on YouTube, I mean, it's been really great. I mean, our show's never had, I think in like the 30-day period, it's like 40 or 50,000 unique individuals watching our show. We've never had that before. Like, we would have never had that in St. Cloud, Minnesota. We had maybe like 12, 13,000. Yeah, this has just been great. Those numbers keep going up. I mean, except for those fucking 7-day suspensions. It's been really, really good. It's been a lot of fun.
I myself, I don't like Twitch
everywhere, but here.
I'm not a Twitch person. I don't like Twitch. The only Twitch that I like is what hookers do after I kill them.
Like that,
Now
Gino always says,
now I
the
get the
universe
mask.
is right.
I understand. It's good.
This guy gets it.
You guys are doing really good on Rumble too, though, eh?
Oh, they're killing it.
Yeah.
4,000 views an episode.
Yeah, we were
Absolutely
doing
killing
like
it.
we went to Rumble and we were doing. I think we're at like 1,200 followers on Rumble already.
Yeah.
So that's been really nice too, and it's nice to have that backup where
Love that.
if anything happens with YouTube, like we just had a strike overturned this weekend, and you never know what can happen. So to have Rumble as a backup is really great too, and they're always improving. So who knows? Also, like with YouTube, you get to work with people and you get to form like little, relationships and communities
all
and
you
whatnot.
guys.
Yeah, we
Like
get,
with
Yeah,
us.
professionals like us, of course. We
Yeah.
get
Great
it.
guys like you guys, like Stevie, like, everybody. I mean, except Gino, obviously.
Because Gino's
Oh,
Shit.
but he's on radio.
He's on radio.
Do that one more time. Can I get that one more time?
We're in a good relationship.
If I could really quick, I hate to derail this, but right now we've got 50 live viewers watching.
Quit
us
breaking
on
the fourth
YouTube,
wall. What are you doing?
and I think that's the most we've ever had.
There you go.
I know when
Good.
Kevin Brennan was pumping this shit out of the broadcast the other day live, they got up to about 33 or so. So I think right now we're at 50.
Hey,
and I wanna-
35, pal.
The other day I was
35.
doing the show like all by myself. I had like 53 fucking.
Oh, wait a
viewers.
second.
All right.
See, Bradley always tries to top that he
Uh-huh.
has these mental things. But yeah, if folks out there watching can go hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you are watching for the first time.
Yeah.
The BYB
Smash.
podcast is not something to be fucked with because I will fucking. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I'll go back.
Well, none of that
care,
stuff's
they gotta
important.
Fuck with.
Aaron,
We
we
want to
have
get to
got
the nitty gritty. We really want to find
You
out
like gritty?
where did April and Aaron meet, get together, and end up doing a show together. Let's hear that.
You
Do you
go
want
ahead.
me to tell
Fire
it?
away.
Yeah.
So, women always tell the story wrong, so I'll fill in any blank spots. And she's gonna make me sound a lot gayer. I promise it was a lot more like alpha and masculine than
Of
she's going to
course,
say. But go ahead.
absolutely. It's not really that sexy of a story. I grew up in this.
That's great. That's a great start for me. Go ahead.
I grew up in
My
this
mom
tiny
wanted
little-
us to do
Oh,
a
no,
show.
we had a
So I was like, Mom, we should
we had a little
definitely do
talk,
a show.
you
And I
told
did
some
good
tell
jokes.
Mom,
It was
and
fine.
that's what happened.
Yes, what he lacks in dick, he makes up for in comedy.
I
so-
appreciate that.
Just kidding. No, I grew up in this tiny little shit town where he's got his radio career
Does
started,
a
I
piece
guess.
of shit like this land something like that without a
Right.
dick? I ask.
Handcuffed.
He needs some dick.
You don't see Husey with something like this.
I've
Irish
got a
brother.
drawer full of
Why are we attacking Husey? Why?
Husey's a good
It's
boy.
unnecessary. He's a good man. He doesn't
Leave
deserve that.
Husey alone.
So what if he's Irish and he's not quite as human as the rest of us? That doesn't
Oh,
matter. He's a good
I
man.
thought it was huge, Z.
If it wasn't for date rape, I'd never get laid.
He really does need the mask.
That's a good idea.
Get him, Aaron. Get him. Go for
It's a
him.
Sublime song. Fuck you.
Oh, don't start with Mr. A. He'll fucking bury you.
So Aaron was wearing a similar mask to that, and then
Don't start with Mr. A. He'll fall asleep in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, not if he gets going. Not if he gets
Medication.
going.
Oh, there
Oh,
it
he
is.
is medicated, I see.
Oh, how's he gonna
Duster.
fall asleep on PCP?
There we go.
What you fucking talking about?
What are you drinking?
Hey,
I
don't
wind
fuck
up with
with.
T-Bear's chicken coop in my underwear, and the only person that get me out is my mama.
Yeah, and don't fuck with my customers, Aaron.
I apologize. Yeah, does Stevie Lou only work with shows where there's someone wearing a mask? Like, is that your prerequisite for you?
I think so.
I know a lot
I'm
of
also
people
wearing
in.
a thong.
Yeah, I know a lot of people
Good
in
point.
witness protect. It's a witness protection program thing, Aaron. I've
I
killed
saw
someone.
murder.
Well, wait a minute. So you've done this,
What?
you've done Ski Mask, you've done Kevin's show. So if they're
Yeah.
wearing a mask or a beard, then you are pretty much on that show.
You're
I
covered.
wear both a mask and a beard, and by that I pretend to date a girl when I fucking got
So
it.
hey, I know.
We know what that is. We
I
know
know-
what it is.
I know Corey has a beard, so maybe
Yeah.
one of these days I'll get a phone call.
No.
from,
Not
from
anymore.
He's got a
He shaved
mustache.
it.
Fucking Corey.
Just got a
God damn it,
mustache.
Corey.
He's gone.
And Roy
I like
Harder had a
Aaron,
beard.
you don't have a beard, I hope.
He's
I'm-
trying to grow one.
I'm the beard.
I'm trying. This is
Yeah, we know.
I'm working on this. I know it looks like I just ate
No,
chocolate.
that's not the
cake.
beard I was referring to.
Oh, you're calling me a closeted homosexual. See, I was late to the party. My fault.
Deeply, no.
You're
I was just
losing
trying
more
to
hair on your
railroad our
chin than on
conversation
your-
to get back to April talking.
Oh, April, I'm sorry. You were talking about how we met. I'm sorry. Aren't
It's
girls
really
boring?
not that it is. It's boring. It's not that interesting. He got his radio career started in my hometown. We met back like I don't even know how long ago. It's boring, blah blah blah. We move on to a bar. He's like, "What did you do? You snuck into my Snapchat."
Smacking his dick on your leg. He's just smacking your dick on your hip.
If I join you in this conversation, I'm culpable for whatever boredom it causes. So you have the floor.
He went for my Snapchat, essentially. He said, "Aren't you that chick from Litchfield, blah, 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 this little shit farm town?" And I'm like, duh, of course, yes. And he's having this celebration thing at this Hick Town bar thing in town here for his radio ratings because he's like top of everything here in the market.
I don't have an ego.
Yeah.
Going up
And
to
he's like,
somebody
well,
and
why
calling
don't
them
you
a
come
chick.
hang out?
That's a great pickup.
But also,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the number one
radio
rated
guy.
morning guy in St. Cloud, Minnesota. You want to come grab my dick at Raleigh's?
That's basically what he
Call you a
said.
broad.
But April, were you that chick from Lynchburg or whatever? Or were you like that the star?
Lynchburg,
Were
yes.
you the star? You're the star chick. You were
I
number
was
one.
that chick.
Yeah.
I was the chick.
Oh, I know what he said. He said, "I'm on radio. Can I see your
Glam radio?"
That's about how it went.
Oh.
He got me drunk. He tried dancing with me and all that shit. And I guess it's just.
And then I didn't know.
What did you do when he tried dancing with you? What happened?
I had
did you
to
say
dance
no,
with him.
or
He was
did you dance
embarrassed.
with him? And he's like, is that what happened? What
Yeah,
happened?
he took her.
Is that the PCP kicking in? Which
No,
one is it?
You heard her, man. He took her off her block by asking her to dance. As,
He did.
Right.
As
Yep.
goofy as he is, man. I know how it
And
works, man.
what
You gotta
happened
take-
though? Did you break it down and won her over with your fucking awesome dance moves?
Yeah. Well, it was a small town Minnesota bar, so a couple of Shenandoah songs and a little bit of Boone's Farm. Their
We
assholes
don't
just opened
treat
right up.
those
No.
beep so very good around here.
Give
The
all my
house
secrets
next door to me. Oh no, he wasn't dancing. though.
Trying like a devil to find the Lord, working like a from a room and board.
Oh my! Deep cut.
Well, it's not
Deep
the
cut.
N-word I'm in.
Oh, that's my favorite. Deep Cut. That's my first David Allen Coe song I think of.
exactly? I know
Shout out
David
Howard
Allen
Stern.
Coe.
Yeah, Howard Stern. Classic. Man.
No, but yeah, I actually kind of fucked up at the end of the night. I thought
did.
she was just leaving, and like she was done and whatever. So I said goodbye. Went to her car. The whole deal. I did not know that the vibes were being thrown out. That the door was fully open for me to go back to where she was going, go back to her place, and I fucked it up and went back inside.
No,
What a
you
loser.
did the right thing.
Thank
You
you.
don't do
What
that
a
on the
classy
first.
gentleman.
I went home
Yeah.
alone.
What
What an awful night.
Stop. He did the right thing, and you respect him for it, right? Pussy.
I mean, yes, looking back, of course.
Homo.
Gay.
He goes, I thought the door was open, but we're in Minnesota, so there was 2.5 feet of snow on the ground, so I couldn't open the door no matter
Oh,
what.
fuck.
Yeah.
Was it the
I
back door?
texted her the next day. She must have taken my name out of her phone because she goes, "Is this that homo from the bar?"
Is that
Question mark.
is it that gay that won't go
Yeah.
home with me?
So we went shopping, and one thing led to another.
I don't know. As
Do
far
you
as
have
like
a-
getting on
do you
the
have a-
show. What?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have a broadcast past also?
don't.
Like,
I
so how did
absolutely
this
don't.
She
I
has the
have,
greatest broadcasting professor that's ever lived.
I have no broadcasting experience. We started dating, and then within like a month, I think we used to do this shitty little like evening show from a friend's garage studio, which was pretty fun, like a Wednesday night show. And he started throwing me on there for shits and gigs because I was there.
Not for shits and gigs.
Yes, you
to
did.
get my dick sucked.
That's intense. Anyways, he
Put a
started,
girl on a podcast and she thinks she's somebody. It's easy to trick them.
I was scared shitless the first few times he started throwing me on this evening show with him and Johnny, who's one of our other co-hosts, and it ended up being a lot of fun. And I was on every Wednesday, and I think I only had 2 guest spots on your radio show. And then once he got fired or kicked off or quit or whatever, it's
I just want to point out how easy it is to
You know?
become number one in St. Cloud morning radio. You can basically use the place as a thing to get pussy, and people will will still listen to it.
So that was before you were together. You were like, "Hey, I'm doing a show. Why don't you come on here?" And
We were kind of together, like it kind of they both kind of like worked up,
It
like at the same time, like
until she sucked your dick. That's what you were saying.
Then she sucked my
Most
dick, and I
guys-
said, "Well, you're not very talented, so we're not going to put you in front of a microphone anymore." So,
Most
but I
guys
like this
try
whole
to
sucking my
fuck
dick
women.
thing. So why don't we keep that going?
You're not very good with things in front of your face, so.
What?
I want to say
Oh, that's
about
mean.
St. Cloud, Minnesota. It's not a big place, but you have a very rabid fan base. I want to say like they're almost like some sort of in St. Cloud posse. You know, and maybe one day you guys should put makeup on like the ICP and do that
No,
for
that's
a
a
bit.
game.
Would that be a good idea, or did you?
You don't have the picture, do you?
I bet you do.
Derek could pull it up. The producers can pull up.
We did. We watched Big Money Rustlers one night on our show, and we did a watch along, and we painted our
Isn't
faces.
Cactus Jack in that movie?
Everybody but Cactus Jack. It's like
what?
Yeah, there's a lot of wrestlers in it.
Oh, it must be another ICP movie.
No, yeah, that's right. That's right. There's actually a movie called Big Money Hustlers.
Right,
They watch. Yeah,
right?
you guys watch Rustlers.
Sequel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
So
bad.
I know that you guys have talked about it, and I want to give my full blessing on you guys repainting those faces and doing Big Money Hustlers as soon as
We're
you guys
gonna do
have
Big
that.
Money Hustlers at some point, but Wednesday night we're gonna do a watch along of Windy City Heat because Perry's going to be on the morning show that Thursday.
Nice.
So
Can't
Wednesday
wait.
evening we're gonna do a Windy City Heat watch along. We could get the Stone Fury hats and the jackets and maybe do it that way.
Do you want
That's gonna
to?
be so good.
Oh,
That would
I'm
be
so
awesome.
excited.
He was just on Bob Levy's show, Out of the
Yeah.
Coffin. That was freaking hilarious.
I think he wore like
They
a
trolled him
blazer with
pretty
no
good.
shirt under it.
I'm out of shape. I'm out of touch. And I'm out of time. I can't stop.
There's
There's
trouble
Brett the
brewing.
Hitman Hart
There's
outfit and his
trouble
nipples
brewing.
hanging out.
No one can smell it.
He's a legend. I love
I don't
him.
get that guy. I don't know what he's from. But he just seems like a crazy.
He's just
person.
from
He's
that
just a
shit.
guy.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
just him.
He's just the
The
guy.
whole
It's-
thing
it's
behind
good,
Perry
man.
Caravello was that he would show up to these open mics in California, and Don Barris, who's like the warm-up guy for Jimmy Kimmel, he was hosting these open mics, and Perry would just come in and be obnoxious and rude, and he would do a shitty Sam Kinison impression.
Yeah.
So Don Barris and this guy who ended up playing his character Mole, I can't remember the guy's actual name. They started fucking with Perry. Instead of like kicking him out of the open mic, they made him dress as a baby in a diaper. They made him do all kinds of embarrassing shit, like to the point where they took it so
Yeah.
far that they made.
Oh, I did such great work. That's his work.
Oh.
Mine looked
Good
bad.
job.
I look like Joker Sting.
Good job
You
producing.
look like
on that.
Violent J if he had a stroke.
Oh,
And I was gonna say it's a good thing that you guys didn't fuck with Chuck Barris, because then you would have ended up with a tripod over the head.
Oh God!
Oh man, that's
Did
a
you
deep
really,
cut.
Wait,
That's
say
a-
that
Did you
again.
really try to go Chuck Berry and then just change his last name?
No. Chuck Barris was the Gong Show host who thought he was a
fuck
CIA
yeah.
agent.
Oh, right,
who
right.
They said he killed.
my God.
He was a sex guy. Yeah, sorry.
What
I'm
are we
sorry.
going to get a reference? Please, this show is an ultimate success if we can get a reference to the guy who hosted the Whammy show.
What the fuck
Press
is
your
that?
luck. That was called
No.
Press Your Luck.
I'm
was the
sorry,
name of
Press-
it.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
you're not the first
I had a
person to
grandma who
ask
watched the
why
Game Show
is
channel
Stevie
all
here
day, and
again
She watched you a lot.
recently.
Yeah. Someone asked why was Stevie here on a podcast recently.
We'll get to that on
I feel like-
Husey.
Bob
Yeah,
Barker.
for sure. We have to watch some of that tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had one issue with watching your show on YouTube, and that's when I watched it on my Roku.
Your
The
internet was
comments
working.
screen over the top of April's face. Is there
Oh.
something we can do about that? That's
Oh, and you couldn't
unacceptable.
finish? You
unfortunate.
couldn't finish because of that?
Why? It makes it so much easier to jack off to.
No, they
He
should be
hasn't
going over
jacked
the top of
Yeah.
your face, Aaron, not hers.
Oh,
That
I've never
Metallica
checked
shirt
it out on
makes it
Roku before.
I show so much more skin though, especially around this area,
He
right
does.
here.
And have you ever seen these?
Oh,
They're so
You're
nice.
looking in the wrong spot,
It's your
man.
Jack
You,
Nicholson
you
hair.
need to do it prison style and just work with whatever it is that's in front of you.
Show your tits. I'm talking to you, Aaron.
Thank you, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, just
you
wear
wore
that,
this
wear
shirt
that
before.
Metallica shirt more often.
Oh, that is
No,
that
Gary,
is
stop it,
so
Jerry.
goddamn troubling. That is.
Oh my God, that's
Big fucking
tits.
Oh, he's a musician. That's the only reason he said that. He's a musician.
I got it, guys. Sorry, Annie in the text is laying into me right now.
Is Annie okay?
I was wrong.
Is she okay? Is she okay, Annie?
Exactly. It wasn't Chuck Barris. It was the guy from. Oh man. Oh fuck. I'm sorry. Damn
Stevie,
it!
nobody cares
Come on.
enough for you to beat yourself up over
Yeah,
this.
it's gonna be okay.
Moving on.
Nobody.
Well, I hope
If you
someone
get the
does
name
beat you up
none of us
over
are
it.
gonna
It's
go,
just not
"Oh,
going to
good
be
one,
me.
Steve."
I tried. I'm sorry. I had a few.
You can run
No,
over.
don't
your
worry.
legs.
Just sit there, lick your wounds, and wait for your opportunity to make a Richard Dawson reference, and you'll be good.
Maybe a Richard Ramirez or something even better.
No, I wish that's who visited him.
That's good. Thank you for putting me back on track. Thank you, guys.
Oh,
He's the goat.
Oh.
Left.
All right. Well,
Nah, OJ's better
I
than
did
Stevie.
see today that you
What'd you
had
see?
a boxing career. Would you like to tell us about your boxing career?
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh, is that
My-
when you wrapped presents?
My yes, that was my my boxing.
No, that was his
No, it might have
rapping
been more
career.
successful.
I started boxing when I was like 17, and then when I
After the
graduated
rapper.
high school and I went to college, I kind of Litchfield Litchfield is not known for their great boxing gyms, so there was nowhere to really continue that.
We're sorry.
Fast forward about like 15 years later, I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old. If I was going to take a fight, like I better get back in the gym and get in halfway decent shape and start fighting again. And I went back to the gym and I start after like 3 months. Don't play that. That is my first time. That is my first time back in a boxing ring in 15 years. I am not. I don't take responsibility.
Oh, he is red.
Warts and all, pal. Warts and all.
Oh yeah, this is my first time working mitts in 15 years.
You look good.
And I think I was like,
Which one are you?
35 pounds.
You were
Hey,
235.
I think I was like 235.
Is that Kevin Brennan in the back?
Or Chad Zuma.
Kill you if you spar me.
Kill you.
You're like learning your range there. I see. You're a tall
Wait,
guy,
we're not
man.
gonna
You got to
try
extend
to-
that jab a little more and keep that guy at bay.
Well,
I'm
the
seeing.
coach that is running the mitts there, he's big on like basically he has a wrestling background, so he likes that kind of mauling
pushing you.
kind of
Yeah, he's
boxing
pushing on you.
style. Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes
Your
that
hands are
shit.
too
I don't know, but yeah,
As a
I
guy who's
decided.
No. You look pretty good.
as a guy who's also pretty big, man,
moving
it's
around.
It's kind of scary how folks don't really realize
Shitty
how even
stance.
though we're oafish in structure and stature, we can really fucking reach you
Hey,
from
man, one of
far
the most
away.
important things.
You know.
One of the most
Well,
important
what I was
try
going to
to-
point out is there was actually some pretty good pop on that. I will say, and your footwork wasn't bad. And I also, how tall are you?
How tall am I?
He's like
About
6'4".
6'3", 6'4", right in there.
Right in the
Yeah,
middle.
so I was the same height once upon a time, but yeah, like people don't realize
Now you're
like
like
one good
4'3".
shot from someone with long arms like that, you're out. That's
Hold
it.
on.
Yeah.
Aaron had a
You
line.
people like
Aaron,
yourself.
how tall? Aaron, how tall is he now?
How tall is who?
You said it, and then you pulled back.
Me? I didn't say anything. I said I was 6'3",
all right.
6'4".
No. Derek said I was at one time 6'4", and then someone jumped in and said, "Now you're 4'3".
That's
correct.
the
Not
same
me.
size as R2D2.
I thought it was a mailbox.
Beep, oh, beep.
No, I got back into boxing, and then one thing I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have ignored my coaches. They said, "Look, you're not ready to take a fight yet. You got a lot of rust left to knock off." And so I ignored them. I took a fight, and I got blown the fuck out in like a minute. A guy caught me with a right hand right on the nose and just popped it wide open. And then they had to wave it off. You can't
Nice.
be leaving
It's
blood.
awful.
In
It's
an
better
amateur
than
boxing
trying
match,
to
they don't
put
like you
your-
leak blood all over the ring. So
Why you
I
got
came
AIDS
back-
or something?
I did have terrible AIDS actually. Yeah, I'm better now. But yeah,
it's
I
better
came
than
back and I'm
trying
like,
to-
well, I can't end it there. So like 4 months later, I came back and I drew a guy who was like 6'7", 240.
He's huge.
And we have that one on video. I was fighting a Detroit Lakes fighter in Detroit Lakes. Gave up the first round, won the last two, knocked him down in the third, but two of the judges gave him the third round that he got knocked down in, and somehow I lost a decision in that fight.
It was home cooked. Yeah.
Did you bite him in the face or something like
I
that?
should have. I would have known.
You didn't try to hug him like Jimmy Martinez?
Yeah.
It was weird watching you be so short next to somebody for a change.
No,
That guy was huge.
Stevie, I had to fight like fucking Joe Frazier. I'm sitting there bobbing and weaving with this 6'7" guy,
Wow.
just looking like I'm 5'8".
He was half your age too.
Yeah, I think he was like 20, 21 years old.
He was 18.
Oh, he was 18. Fuck.
Oh,
yeah.
hey,
And
I got a joke like Stevie would have. Was it in Diggstown?
oh fuck, that wasn't Stevie Lee joke. Holy shit.
Oh, god damn it.
No.
So
There's
what,
that
what weight
car crash
class
sound
were?
effect.
What weight class were you?
203 plus.
Sorry,
I'm
I
a
didn't
heavyweight.
cut you
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. 203
I didn't
plus.
mean to Stevie Lou you. Go ahead on your story.
Yeah, no. So after that one, now I'm training fighters and I'm still working and sparring. So they're trying to get me to do another fight. And I think what I'd like to do is just fight that same guy again and just run that back, or just start.
Which
cornering
one?
guys. The
Rematch.
first-
Big
the
guy.
second guy.
The second guy.
The big
Okay.
guy. I do want to fight the first guy again because I shouldn't have been in a boxing ring at that time, and I think that would have been a lot easier fight now than it was then.
Aaron,
That guy was an athlete.
Yeah.
I'm seeing big time like Larry Holmes vibes out of your stature and how
Actually,
you approach the
you
ring.
know,
So
with heavyweights, so many of them are taller than me that if you go back, I think a style I probably emulate more than any other is probably more of a James Toney.
yeah,
Style.
man, that was a
Like just
motherfucker.
he was
Man.
Kind of
He
the
was
shell,
hard
the,
to
du-
hit.
the
Bad
shell, the
motherfucker.
double jab,
Yeah.
get inside, body work, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
He
he
was
ended up
hard to
going
hit,
on.
too.
He went to do MMA for a little bit at the end of his
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
He was that bad of a motherfucker that he could do MMA.
Yeah, my favorite fighter of all time is easily Bernard Hopkins, but I tried to fight that style, and it's just my size, that conditioning, you just that much moving and shit. I can't. But the
Yeah,
Tony
he's-
style is great for a big guy because it's a good lazy style. You don't have to move around a lot.
Yeah.
It's head movement, shell guard, all that shit. I love that.
I've
But,
always been. I'm a big.
My favorite fighter of all time is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
good. Yeah. From Victoria, Texas. I mean, just a great fighter.
I'm partial. Lennox Lewis, last name that kind of helps, but
I get
Lennox,
Lennox
black
Lennox
Englishman.
Lewis.
His fight against Evander Holyfield is, his fights against Evander Holyfield are some of the greatest of all time.
The one
Hey,
against
you guys
got
hear
Robert
Chaz Zumach's a fighter? He said he's been fighting his whole life up until his late 40s.
To my opponent, thoughts and prayers, because I'm
I
going
mean,
to
if-
knock the head off.
If legal charges are something you fight, then he has technically been fighting his entire life.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Fuck.
That's a good
If
You
one.
wanna see my mule? That's what I call my right hook.
common
my
sense and
mule.
punchlines equal fighting, he's been fighting a losing battle with that since goddamn, since his career started.
Facts.
He's been fighting off pussy very well. I mean, he seems to do very well with that
And
also.
now he's fighting off Cantor. Oh.
Yeah, he'll fight paying rent. He'll fight paying that rent anytime
Fights paying
soon
rent,
too.
fights having his own place, fights paying his own bills. He is a fighter. You guys are
He is
underestimating
the
him.
I was a fighter of
The
Navy
Chad
SEAL.
with the car.
He'll fight a ninja blender right out of the fucking target too if
Yeah,
he needs.
he's fighting having a reasonable blood pressure. I mean, he's doing great with all of it.
And by that you mean he
Come
can
on,
just pick it up
he
and
can't
walk
even
out?
afford to. He can't even afford to buy a mic stand. You know.
No.
he's got it going on.
He's got to hold it up.
Yeah.
I think after watching that. I think
went to
after
an
watching that
8-year-old
last clip of you boxing, I think I'd love to see you and Chad mix it up at this point.
Well, and that
Guys,
was me in
I
the
think
ring.
that would
for the
end.
first,
Yeah.
that was me in the ring for the first time in 15 years. I mean, now that guy, I
don't
crush
know.
that guy.
That's nuts.
So,
Would you
I
like
don't
me
know,
to get some new
man.
footage?
yeah, we'll get some new
We'll get
footage.
some new
We'll get some new
footage.
footage. If they're gonna ambush me with boxing footage on these podcasts, I gotta work on my. New
I'll
reel.
get some new shit.
I gotta get a sizzle reel going.
We're real
It
punks.
depends
man.
what ring we
I
want
don't-
to see you in.
I don't know if you can take Chad though, dude. I'm sorry, but he might cheat and steal your credit cards.
Oh god damn it! So
You're
you
gonna
might
have to
win
have
the
someone
fight,
in
but
your
you
locker
lose the
room.
war.
Yeah, someone's got to be in your locker room during the fight.
That's
At all
true.
That's
times
true.
watching
Manning
your wallet.
everything.
I gotta
You
have
need to come out
somebody.
to
And
the
it-
ring with a handbag on.
He lies, he
Personal
cheats, he steals.
How about I walk to the
done,
ring, and
Chris.
while I'm
It's
walking to the ring,
European.
you see me put my wallet in my front pocket.
And
Tuck it in
the
your
whole
wrestling
fight, you're like, come and get it. You keep pointing to it in the mid fight. You're like, come and get it, bitch.
I don't,
You know,
I
these
don't
whack,
put my hands
whack,
up here.
whack.
I put my left hand over my wallet, and my right hand over my chest pocket, and just kind of fight like that.
Hey,
I've got
I think
unlimited
Jake
funds
Hudson
to
will
sit
be his
there.
towel boy.
It's a card on a pole match.
Serious
Yeah.
question. Who
Maybe
are
you
your,
let him carry your jock strap into the ring. Jake Hudson.
Ew.
serious question? Do you have any favorite boxing trainers?
Serious question.
Yes,
I do.
yeah, I do have quite a few favorite boxing trainers. I think the hacky answer would be Angelo Dundee, so I won't say that one.
Don't say
But,
that. It's a serious question.
I like Buddy McGirt. I like
Serious.
Customato.
God damn. Buddy McGirt and shit, why am I blanking out? Emmanuel Stewart. He's dead.
got
but-
it.
Yeah, Manuel Stewart.
Pronto.
One of my favorites of all
Pronto.
time.
Yeah.
And then I would have to say Teddy Atlas is probably
Yeah.
one of my favorites too. Those would probably be my three favorite ones. Emmanuel Stewart, Buddy McGirt, and Teddy Atlas. Those three are all.
You think
well,
Kevin Rooney's overrated because he had Tyson, or you think?
No,
Yeah,
Kevin, no. All right.
I think
Sorry,
a
Stu.
lot of Tyson was Rooney, or excuse me, it was Cuss, it was Teddy, and Rooney kind of got the finished product. I know that when Rooney left, Tyson got worse, but also Tyson was getting new managers and new promoters, and he was
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
a head case anyway. So
Really quick, Kevin Rooney, as a New York City boxing guy, he is still super active in the sport, and he is always good to his boxers and takes care of guys, and he's one of the few people that really care.
He's tons of boxer too.
I've had some experience with the DeBella Entertainment Organization. Lou DeBella is a
DeBella.
guy that
Yeah.
I've had some. I used to help build the rings and stuff for their New York City shows. And
Oh,
Kevin
cool.
Rooney and his son,
Nice.
actually, he's got Kevin Jr. is also a really good guy. So
Okay.
I know there was some sketchy shit happened back in the 80s and 90s, but Kevin Rooney is a stand-up dude from what I know. So
Oh no, he's a good dude. I'm just saying, like, as far as a trainer goes, he's a good trainer, but I don't think you can give him credit, or I don't think
Sure.
you can make him the guy that, like, Tyson was such a freak that, I mean, that was just kind of designed
He hit
to
the
blow up
lottery.
and
He
burn
hit the-
really
he-
hot
he-
and then flame out.
yeah, he
People
hit the
forget
lottery there.
Tyson didn't beat a quality opponent after like 92. I mean, Tyson didn't beat a meaningful guy
Yeah.
for the last, I don't know, 10, 12 years of his career. It's amazing how much money he made and how much he
There was-
coasted on that previous.
There was no one to fight though.
No,
Aaron,
there was.
Is it his fault that there was no one?
Well,
Yeah, it's his era. His era.
Well, he didn't run from nobody. He never ran from a fight.
No. He fought them all. He lost to the really great ones.
And also
like,
Mitch Green, bro. Those Mitch Green fights are fucking bad to watch, man.
Yeah,
like, that's some
yeah,
scary
and, like,
shit. You know?
watching him
I
destroy
met
Holmes
Tyson.
and all that. It was. I mean, he was such a
You hear
talent.
about
And-
Yeah.
His wins over Botha and Galata were pretty.
he
Were
likes
actually
Mike
later,
Tyson.
later in his career.
Both
son
of,
of a
well,
bitch.
I remember watching the Botha
I'm
fight when I
trying to
was a
say
kid.
that.
I remember watching the
one
Botha
time
fight
I
and
met
thinking,
Mike
"Oh my God,
Tyson.
Mike's gonna lose!" Like he was
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
beat by
He's getting his
Botha
ass
until he
kicked.
landed that right.
And then he fucking just he hit that one right hand.
Yeah.
I'll never
Yeah,
forget when he
that's what he
punched
did to
Stone
me.
Cold Steve Austin. Right then. He punched
No,
Shawn
Michaels in the
Michaels.
face.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I'll never
Was
forget.
anyone
He
else
knocked
met
him
Mike
out right
Tyson?
after he lost
Stevie
the
Lou, you're right. I
WWF
take it back.
Championship
Mike
in
Tyson did beat a
1999.
quality opponent, former world
There you
champion
go.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
At WrestleMania. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
One
a
time
great-
Mike Tyson
Hey,
fucked
he
me
also-
until I loved him.
He also punched Chris
Okay.
Jericho on an episode of Raw like 12 years
I
later.
wasn't
So-
that in Minnesota? I think I was at that one.
Jesus Christ,
Really?
I hate
Yeah,
wrestling.
I
I
think
gotta
it
say-
was.
I think he's probably the guest host. It was like
really quick.
2009 or 2010, around that time. Yeah.
Yeah. it
Go
was
back to
when
Aaron,
Tyson
what Aaron was saying there. It's the,
banned from boxing.
the Dynamite Kid versus the Heartbreak Kid. And which is worse in your opinion, Heartbreak or Dynamite? And
All
you know,
wrestling.
Well,
All
I mean,
wrestling the worst.
I'm going to
I've
say
never been hit by
Dynamite wins
Dynamite
because
yet.
Dynamite
I've
can
been heartbroken a
physically
lot.
break your heart, so it can cause the other one. Dynamite. And also, it's a lot gayer to say you died
No, it
from
can't.
heartbreak than you died from dynamite. It's kind of badass to say you got killed by
Exactly.
dynamite.
Yeah.
If you tell anybody you got killed by
Who
heartbreak,
can
it's gonna call
wait?
you a homo.
No,
He's gonna hit. Who
you
you telling
can't
that
say
who
you were
telling that
killed
you
by
died
dynamite.
from-
Hey, yo, could you imagine? I'm in a bar tomorrow. I'm gonna go to a fucking bar and be drinking. Hey,
It's not
buddy,
like
yo,
he gets a
I
hit.
was fucking killed by dynamite.
Yeah.
You're okay.
April, what do you think? What's your favorite
Good.
wrestler, April? The gay one or the gayer one?
The gayest one, of course.
Hey, listen,
Actually,
Heartbreak.
I was killed by dynamite, brother.
Right, hold on.
Yeah.
Heartbreak.
Did I know
Heartbreak
you've
is.
done wrestling?
Yeah, I have done a little pro wrestling.
He's
yeah.
done pro wrestling before.
One time
no.
HBK fucking killed me with dynamite. So that's a double whammy right there.
If you know what,
All
if
right.
the Heartbreak Kid kills you with dynamite, that's the worst. That's the ultimate trump card.
And listen, Heartbreak is tough.
He
I know
fucking super kicked the dynamite right in my chin.
Listen, I know a
Trump?
comedian.
Did you Trump? I love Trump. No,
It's
who's
so
this guy
hard to
you almost
follow.
got into
Oh,
a fight
man.
with on stage?
What's that?
Aaron,
Oh, yeah, that's
Aaron, who's this
Psycho.
guy you almost got into a fight with on stage? Like
Oh,
in a comedy?
Max
Was that like a
Weir's
roast?
Max
And he
Weir's,
had to
that's
have
a fun
some-
one. So
This
there
is
was this
good.
local comedian, and
Max
we had
Weir?
promoted his gigs. Max Weir's, W-I-R-Z. You won't find him anymore. He got accused of rape multiple times and had to leave town and change his
And
name.
Yeah, he's a-
he had
Not
to have
again.
some girl. He had to have
Oh,
some
good.
girl pull him away from you too. That was
Yeah,
like,
well, here's
wow.
the story
Nice.
behind that. This is me at my absolute fattest. Like, this is the most out of shape I was.
I'm shocked.
And this guy he wanted to be on our show really bad. And it was nothing personal. I was just like, look, we don't have a lot of guests. You're not really someone that can really do much for us. So, whatever. And then he just kind of starts shitting on the show and shitting on us. And Aaron won't have me on. And then so one day I'm like, well, it'll be good for the radio if we have him on the show. He comes on. The audience thinks he stinks. He's not funny. I start confronting him on the shit he said. He throws a fit, drops the F-bomb, storms out of the station. We find out that one of my co-hosts, Corey, mustache guy, has been asked to host Max's room that he runs, and Max is going to be the headliner. And Corey's great idea is, well, Aaron, why don't you come on stage with me? I'll put Max on stage at the same time, and you guys will hammer this thing out. And in a very, Max and Chad, they share a lot in common. And that is when they get mad or they get in a feud, they forget to be funny and they go right to anger. I knew that about this
anger,
Max guy. So I
hatred,
figured I'll
bitterness.
just be a smart ass up there and he'll melt down. And sure enough, he picked up, I think it was a stool or a chair.
I think it was a stool.
I didn't even know. I'm sitting there making fun of him and playing to the crowd and we're having a great time. He picked up a stool and I guess he was going to fucking hit me with it until Corey like grabbed it or something or stopped him. So then we get off stage. We're done. The show's over. He comes up to me while I'm drinking at the bar and talking to people and goes, I don't even remember what it was, but I'll fuck you up. And you see in the video, I just turn around like, what the fuck? And I stare and look at him. I go, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then two girls just kind of like whisk him away. They just kind of each grab him by the arm.
Take
and
him away.
like two girls just kind of walk him away while I'm standing there. And I just kind of turn around and go right back to my drink. And then we had a lot of fun with that on the show. And then a couple of months later, he gets a couple of rape accusations. He's got to leave town. And I'm going to go ahead and declare victory on that one.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
lot of fun with those.
You
rape
won.
accusations.
You won.
Yeah. That was more of a win by default kind of a thing. I just kind of had to sit back.
On four
Yeah,
chairs on
yeah.
your front.
I had seen the footage of that before, and then I went to look for it today, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I don't know
really?
if I was. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably on
Really?
YouTube.
I
or
think it
whatever,
was
That
somebody-
just got posted.
It was somebody shitting on me by posting it. And I think when they realized that most people were like, yeah, that doesn't exactly make him look bad, they might have taken it down.
That's how most of your trolls
Oh.
are.
Okay, maybe that's where I saw it. Okay, yeah, I was trying to figure that one out. So, are you guys old O&A fans? Are you Stern
yeah.
fans, or
both.
how did you guys end up watching?
I'm one of those few people who enjoyed both shows and didn't like hate one because they, hated the other or anything like that. I just kind of always saw that as entertainment. But yeah, I'd say, Anthony is by far the biggest influence on me as a broadcaster.
Yep.
Well, I was doing, I wanted to do an edgier show when I got into radio. I was like 20 or so. And then I discovered the opiate. I was always scared to like talk about certain things or do certain things because in radio broadcasting school, they teach you, don't be too controversial, don't upset anyone. And I'm like, yeah, but the guys I liked growing up, the guys here in Minnesota, Tom Bernard, guys like that, and then Stern and O&A, they mixed things up a little bit. When I found Opie and Anthony while I was doing radio, I was like, holy shit, the kind of show I've always wanted to do exists.
It's right there.
And it's okay to do it. And that opened up a whole new kind of like broadcasting possibility to me. And it just kind of clicked from there. And a lot of that is just because of like the shit Anthony would do on the radio. It was just fucking brilliant.
Can I jump in really quick? Aaron, were you guys ever
No.
fans? I'm walking. You walk. What about Ron and Fez? Any opinions?
I never got into Ron and Fez. It was nothing
No.
personal. It's just hours in the day, the amount of shows you can listen to, and I just never. I'd listen to clips like when O&A would talk about them. I'd listen to that stuff.
Yeah, they used to do these super shows. When it was O&A and what did they call them? They had a fucking
Afro.
Afro, thank you.
Afro, yeah.
I try not to talk about those types of people.
How's Fez doing?
Oh,
I
no.
understand. I remember them.
how's
I
Fez
remember
been?
those being like 3/5 of the show at most.
Hey, that's a vote in some
Kind of-
history.
I apologize. You know what? You're right. The wrestling mask guy isn't here anymore. I've gone too far.
You have.
Speaking of going too far, man.
Where's Jimmy
You
G
seen,
right now? Jimmy G's. Oh, there's Jimmy G. There's
Yeah.
Jimmy. Yeah.
What up?
Jimmy G. Jimmy G. Jimmy G.
Yeah,
What's
Jimmy's here.
going on with you, man? Bret Hart glasses and everything, huh?
Same old. Can't complain.
All right, there we go. All right, back to the program.
You got a good shout out today from Gino. Yeah, part of the BYB boys. Yeah, it was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Right, seen him the other day.
Yeah. So, how did you guys end up watching Compound? Just through? Do you guys watch Censored TV too, by chance?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say mostly Compound. Obviously, just being O&A fans, we made our way over to Compound because it's how long has he had that now? About
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
And
What happened?
The studio's been like 6. The
Yeah,
channel,
it's been about
the,
6.
Yeah.
the channel was at his home first.
Yeah, I remember signing up to Anthony's thing as soon as it started because I had just bought a 1-year Sirius subscription about June of 2014, about less than a month before he got fired, and I remembered having to cancel it like 3 weeks after I got it.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I think the most Gavin we get is typically when he's on with Anthony.
you know,
right now.
I really enjoyed Gavin's morning show that he had on Compound. I thought it was really funny. I think he just, like a lot of people, he just kind of got a little too wrapped up in like the whole 2016 stuff, and it kind of just took
creating
over,
the Proud Boys and that kind of thing.
He's a naturally funny dude. I think that Proud Boys thing just got away from him a little bit.
I think he is great with media still, and I enjoy a lot of clips from his shows and stuff. He's still a very, very funny man, for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. What do you guys think about all these podcast wars? What do you think about like Kevin Brennan and how all that kind of thing is going right now?
Yep.
Honestly,
speaking of going
please
too
go
far, I was
deep.
talking about Chad and him.
I'll say this with Kevin Brennan. One thing he's done very well is taken all of his failures, wrapped them up into one kind of concise program, and brought all the other miserable, shitty, awful human beings around as fans, and then like built a little ecosystem around it. It's pretty brilliant. None of them, none of the really hardcore fans of that show are people I'd ever want as fans, but like it works for him.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me that that's a genuinely happy individual. There's a really sad clown kind of thing going on with Kevin Brennan, and then to enable like ticking time bombs like Chad Zumach, I mean, apparently once wasn't enough of a lesson for Kevin, but he'll learn that lesson again eventually.
I don't understand that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, how do you feel about him platforming Chad and all his bullshit on MLC and all that?
Well, look, people who have a show can do whatever kind of show they want. That's fine. I can choose to like it, not like it, associate with it, not associate with it. I mean, would I do it? No. But has Kevin shown good judgment ever? No. I mean, Kevin has blown up every opportunity. Kevin's fear of success has stopped him as much as him generally not being funny, likable, or easy to work with. So, I mean, none of it surprises me, put it that way. I wouldn't do it, but it is very on brand for Kevin.
Can I ask Aaron? Sorry, April. No, you first, please. Ladies first.
Oh, I was going to completely agree with him. I used to love watching MLC. I thought it was very funny. I love Bob Levy, of course. Bob's great, usually.
Right,
and once they started throwing Chad on there, it was like kind of funny at first, and we used to play along with it, like, oh, haha, it's a good bit, whatever. He's a total mess, of course. And then he kept him around. And I can't listen to the show anymore for obvious reasons. It's not good. I don't think that was a good business decision. I think that is a ticking time bomb. So.
Yeah. Chad's one of those guys who's really weird where like you almost don't need to respond to him, whether you're Carl,
No.
me, Chrissy. Like when he talks, you don't need to respond because you just let it play for normal people, and normal people go, oh, yeah, they do the Tony Montana thing. The fuck is wrong with this guy, man?
We have how many people reaching out to us on the daily? Like Patrick Melton's the newest one. He's just reaching out like, what is this mess? What is going on here?
Patrick Melton, who streams shit-faced at midnight, goes, this Chad guy's got a problem.
I know. It's crazy.
It was like you and Corey were talking about him yesterday. It was like having like the little midget here trying to come at you, and he's like,
yeah,
you just got like your hand
And,
right here, just stopping.
Part
him.
of you. Here's where I fuck up. Is like sometimes I'll be like, okay, this is so retarded. I'm gonna respond and make fun of it, and it's like, what are you proving? That you can kick the shit out of him verbally? You've proven that time and time again. Out funnying Chad is not difficult, but he is so bad and so tragic. Like the way you win is by letting him go. But he's so enticing to mock that you keep getting drawn into that because you're like, he's like a heavy bag. You're like, I know I could pound the fuck out of that thing whenever I wanted to, but is it really worth it?
Do
you really want to go out of your way?
Isn't there a saying about letting somebody talk and showing how dumb they are, and then
you don't choke
silent?
them.
You let them talk and
you
prove
give
how
them
dumb
a
they
rule.
are.
Yeah.
So
That would
okay,
be dumb.
guys, let me jump in really quick just to give some context to the folks at home and for my own information. Like, how far back do you guys go as listening to MLC and Kevin Brennan? Like, as the beginning of your.
Me personally, I used to listen when it was Burning Bridges on Compound.
I did not listen that far back. For
Yeah.
me, it was about a year ago, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I
started listening when he dropped his coffee.
I remember the Jimmy Martinez thing. I remember watching that and going, oh, God, a broadcaster doesn't come back from that. You just kind of look like a bitch.
You're right.
And he's just kind of with 9 lives, just kind of keeps coming back to be this miserable prick.
It gets
I'm
worse
glad-
and worse every time, though.
Really quick, I'm glad we brought up Jimmy Martinez because I know you guys were talking about that last night, and you know you guys do a wonderful show, and I love what you guys do. You give great breakdowns, and people need to listen to you guys.
Thank you.
That clip was awesome.
The one thing about Jimmy Martinez, as a guy who's met him several times, and know like guys like Luis J. Gomez are even kind of afraid of the physicality because Jimmy is an ex-convict. He already went to jail for doing really bad, harmful things to a person and went to jail for that, and now has been back out of jail and will still threaten to do those things. So I just want to put that out there that Jimmy Martinez is like a very special situation, that he is literally feared by everyone, and there's no one like that. And also, really, go ahead.
What I would like to say on your program and every program is what a wonderful, incredible talent Jimmy Martinez is, and how I don't think he's gotten a fair shake in the entertainment industry.
And
not only that, I can't feel sorry for Kevin Brennan because that's even more of a reason that this guy's got terrible judgment. You don't put that fucking guy in a studio.
Oh, no, you're right about that. And just to even piggyback on this, another guy that you brought up yesterday, which I'm sorry to like try to come back at you hard, but
I don't care. I don't know shit.
You brought up Gary Goldman as another guy. That Gary Goldman is bigger than me. He's like 6'8", 275 pounds, and I think he was a starting quarterback for his college football team. Gary Goldman is a problem like you would never ever imagine if you met him in person. Like that's coming from me, who wants to be intimidating.
Then don't fuck with him.
Right. Just avoidance is good.
You need, Stevie, you don't need to be telling these things to me. You need to be telling these things to Kevin. Because a 63-year-old man should know these things. Like, I don't understand why I get the shit beat out of me all the time. All I did was mock a monster and tease an ex-con.
Just the way he reaches for people's wrists. Like, how many times has he done that?
Like, take your ass whooping from the ex-con like a man. Don't reach out and grab his hands like you're trying to stop a domestic.
It does seem a little gay.
I usually just drop the soap.
I appreciate the back and forth. I'm not trying to like.
And it would have been less gay if Kevin would have just got butt fucked in that clip.
He was trying to say too that Gino was talking about Aaron Berg's wife, but didn't he talk about Dave Landau's wife? Like,
he talks
dude,
about
you're
Dave
fucking,
Landau's
which
wife.
one? Which
He
one
talks
is
about-
it? Which one is it, sweetheart?
Yeah, he talks about my wife, talks about my ex-wife, talks about Dave Landau's wife.
Not even.
Kevin is a giant piece of shit, but he's, he's got a what does he have? He has a wealthy brother who hates his guts. I don't know. What does Kevin have?
Does Neil talk to him?
No,
I don't think
why
so.
Why would you?
A bad sunburn.
If he was Gary Goldman size, he'd stomp the shit out
I
of him.
think we stay away from the miserable guy.
Yeah.
I mean, let me go on record. Kevin is a buddy of mine, and I love Kevin, so I can sit here.
Why don't
and
you
let
marry him then?
Yeah, I'll marry him tomorrow.
Whoa.
I'll marry him tomorrow.
Whoa.
Fucking fake Husey.
Fucking faggot.
You'd be a polygamist then.
Thank you. All right, again, I just wanted to put that out there, but continue. I'm not going to stop you.
That's fine. We're
fine.
very much not people that are like, oh, if we have a problem with somebody, you have to have one too. That's not how it is.
And it was
I
really
don't think
weird.
we have
That's
a
how
problem.
that's how Kevin is though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because with Kevin, like when he started having Chad on, we'd make fun of Chad on that show.
Is that like a hard-on but not very good one? The Chad on.
The Chad on. So like Kevin, Kevin made this fatal marriage with Chad where he decided to take on Chad's beefs with him. And it's like, oh, Kevin, that's not good. So we thought Kevin was having fun with us at first until we realized, holy shit, this guy's really pissed that we like teased a guy on his show. And like Kevin has been blowing his gasket
Just
about us. And it's like, you know, I was talking to somebody about this today. They're like, you know, the problem is with a guy like Brennan, as easy as it is to kind of tee off on him, the thing you can do most that bothers him is not give him the oxygen. Like if you don't give it to him, it almost makes him more upset. And
He needs people talking about him.
since Chad might be Kevin's lost biological son, he's kind of the same way too. And it's just one of those weird things where like in a show that's only show prep is who they've pissed off or who they're angry at today. If you don't give them the anger, they got to work a little harder to put a show together.
Yeah.
If other people don't care about what you're pissed at, then it's not really
Right. Exactly.
You're gonna put a show together. How hard he fumbles to put a show together. It's hilarious to watch the old guy try to put the technology together, the super chats, and any of the content or guests.
Two quick points, like, and I may get killed for saying this, but you guys have definitely pushed him to work harder and bring his live setup better. And
then why is he still so bad at doing a show?
Kevin,
Derek, but
Kevin is absolutely lying if he says that going to 4 days a week was not influenced by us and that getting a Rumble account was not influenced by the success he saw us have while we were suspended.
He's not going to like this, but
he will never admit it. But
hold on, I got a super chat from Borgeson.
Not admitting it.
We don't get any super chats.
Oh.
April was like, what? You guys
my
get super
boomer
chats?
impression with my
I'm outta
face
here.
right on top of the camera.
And I will give them credit, man. Apparently, they got $2,000 worth of super chats the other day when everybody was just teeing off on Chad. And that's the funny thing too, is that Chad literally has no self-awareness that he doesn't realize that 75% of the broadcast and the super chats are people literally lining up to knock the clown out. You know?
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Easy target.
If you want to super chat with me, come to the steam room.
The fucking sauna.
Yeah, and Chad does this terrible thing where like he tries to brag about something only to kind of expose himself. So Kevin told the audience, I pay Chad twice a month when we get the super chats and when we get Patreon. And then Chad goes on super chat day, he goes, oh yeah, you guys think I'm shit? I got paid $1,000 from Kevin today. It's like, dude, that means at most you're making $2,000 doing podcasting every month, which is not like in today's economy, you probably can't
That
even
doesn't cover my monthly nut for my apartment. I have a nice place over here in Brooklyn. That does not
to
cover my
mention, he
nut.
likes to brag about his 1099s. Anyone who does 1099s knows that that's a 40% tax hit. So I don't know. Maybe that's Chad's next charge, tax evasion, when he doesn't know.
Oh my God! From your lips to God's ears.
Why do you think he's getting all those credit
Fucking
cards?
Chad doesn't know how the 1099s work anymore. So now he fucking doesn't report them this year and ends up going to jail for tax evasion. Oh, that's the story.
He had the biggest guest of all time too, Jake Hudson, come on.
Yeah, the guy responsible for giving our swatter information that led to our swatting.
Exactly. How did that happen? How did Jake get on here?
Wait, that's who that is? I'm sorry. I feel bad. I was working yesterday, and that's Jake Hudson on their show yesterday?
That's
right. But they even had a better guest today, so they blew yesterday's appearance out of the water with today's guest.
What?
Who was it?
Like
Yeah, who was it?
nobody's.
William Borgeson.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody.
He's one of their super chatters that pays a lot of money. He's a
one of his pay pigs on as his guest.
Oh, that's fun. His white whale.
Oh no!
How does the Jake Hudson get on here? How did this happen?
Can I tell you how Jake Hudson got on there? Kevin and Chad are now obsessed with Steel Toe because they hear the footsteps, and so they put Jake on there. purely to shit on Steel Toe. It's an honor.
This guy, it is an honor, but he's a big problem, and this is a bad move by Kevin. Bad move.
Jake became a super fan of our show because he turned on Bubba the Love Sponge and started doing crazy shit to him. So I got to tell you, couldn't happen to a nicer guy when Jake fucking sticks the knife into Kevin and Chad. I mean, that's
not
I'm going to enjoy that one.
What about William Borgeson? I am William Borgeson. Resistance is
Freedom.
futile.
He's the Borg in Sin.
Before we get there,
You get it?
I just wanted to show you that it probably has.
I'm Locutus of Borgeson.
What's this podcast called? Guys with Glasses?
Right.
No, I believe if you look at the audio setup, I believe the podcast is called
they
Please Go Around
got
the
a car
First
wreck.
Window for
Oh,
Payment.
these guys.
Sorry.
I can't take these. BYB, I'm not going to put it up. BYB podcast. They do it in their backyard or something.
Yeah,
Thanks for
we
the
do.
intro to my show,
Fucking
Kevin. I don't know what
outside.
that means.
Well, they copy you reading it.
I'm gonna suplex someone. I'm outside in my backyard.
This is the most boomer conversation of all time, by the way.
I'm gonna park my car in my backyard.
Well, I was just waiting for this guy to shut the fuck up so we can hear it.
Wait a minute.
And
Is
then they put
Kevin
it in.
really criticizing someone
They
else's
copy
setup?
when you read a thing that they say, they copy it and then probably put it on their show as you saying BC whatever podcast. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, you fucking okay. They put up a super chat. Put it up now, and I'll tell you exactly what they're doing.
Morgan's up there.
BYD. Hold on.
Yeah, we got
Podcast.
Morganson up there
I
for
love
half an
listening
hour.
to it on whatever,
Your
and
distance is
then they
futile.
take it, they clip it, and they put it up, and they got your voice saying it because you're reading what you want, what they want you to read. That's why.
Yeah.
It's like a deep fake.
Bitch.
It's like a deep fake.
Basically,
Yeah.
I'm just saying they're taking your voice for what they pay you. You're reading what they wrote. They clip it.
What are they doing now? Here it is. What are they doing?
I'll tell you.
You're my
Thanks for the
bitch.
intro to my show, Kevin. Yeah, boys. Like he could grab that right now. What I said. He put something up one day. You read it, and that's the intro of his fucking show now. How fucking clear do I gotta fucking make this? Holy shit!
So they're going to use that to get people to watch the show now.
He said thanks for the intro because he
Find these
clipped
fucking
it.
chats.
It's unbelievable. I'm trying to explain shit to you fucking guys. He made you guys say what he wanted. You know, valid tapes, $199. Can you imagine the wit?
Please, God,
It's
tell me
fun.
that's not the most boomer shit you ever saw in your life.
Bob Levy, the smartest guy in the room.
How long was I out? I don't.
He just got a nap in. A
Oh,
whole
that
nap.
was nice. I'm refreshed. Jesus Christ! How do people listen to that?
It's awful.
No, it sounds like Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets, the two old guys up in the balcony. There, it's Bob
It's like a
Levy
Jim Henson.
explained technology to Kevin Brennan. Just
Meanwhile,
wrap your mind around that.
Explaining it to another.
Meanwhile, while Kevin is shitting on your guys' podcast for your lack of technical prowess, and he's trying to be explained to how plugging works.
At least you guys
Beautiful.
look good. Like this whole thing looks good.
You
I
are
don't-
all hideous.
I-
She's being nice. This is fucking
No,
disgusting.
This setup and everything to me looks riveting compared to what Kevin Brennan's got going on. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know if
thank
he
you.
has to move to like a new room in his house every day with a shitty piece of artwork in the background, but he moves to fucking Uglyville
That
daily.
fucking hotel
not
room
just
painting.
technology.
Not good.
It's not
Hotel
just
artwork, yes.
technology.
Yes.
It's the fact that he doesn't get that. Yeah, he said something and we're using it. We
Yes.
fucking used.
Right.
We made you do something. It's not just fucking technology. We outsmarted you.
First of all, Mr. A, let's not brag too loud. He's 63 years
Yeah,
old
right.
and wears a Burger King headset for a microphone.
Isn't
you,
that nice?
you aren't exactly trapping the Roadrunner there.
Well, it's an accomplishment for me because I can't even say accomplishment.
Adam,
No,
I
he
wish
was,
you-
he
I
was
wish you were a
bragging that he
Burger
got
King
it.
crown and said something else. Never mind.
He was
Sorry,
bragging that
Stevie
he
Lou,
got it.
I
from
guess-
Target.
Stevie, I don't mean to make fun of your buddy, but it's okay. He'll retaliate by putting my kids on the show tomorrow, so it's totally fine.
Oh,
That is sick.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
ultra
for
sick.
sure.
sure. Can we do that too?
Yeah.
Send me
I'm gonna go
some
ahead and skip.
pictures.
We're running a little long, and I wanted to get all this stuff in. So I figured I would go ahead and just show the Jake Hudson's clips since we're already in that episode real quick.
Okay.
I don't know what autism is, and
Yeah, it just made you a regular on the Shuley Network.
I know.
Come on.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
you got
you
a new
just got
show.
your own show.
You're following Uncle Rico. Good luck.
Come on.
yeah. I just want to, and then he's like, oh, and
This is you.
Then
That's what he's talking about.
I was like the Beetlejuice. Then I was like turned into like Jeff the
No,
Drunk.
you weren't.
Or,
No fucking way.
Who's the other guy? Melrose Larry Green.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh.
This kid used to fucking call our show daily and blather on, and we would try to get rid of him, and he would not fucking stop.
He's a disease.
How dare this man say that we were willing participants in his nonsense?
To watch him on MLC was like half an hour of nonsense, and he wouldn't quit reading their super chats. Like, he wouldn't let one go by without reading it for them, and like he was being autistic about it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. He kind of did that
like,
too. When he would call into our show, he'd sit and read our whole chat. Anyone that was talking about him, he'd have to sit and read every single comment while we're trying to have a conversation with him.
Yeah,
So
he was brutal. And
autism.
Is
I
Stevie
feel the
Lou
frustration.
muted?
Oh yeah, sorry, dude. He was talking over my clip and I muted him. I
Don't
forgot.
worry, Stevie. He's doing that to everyone. I was fighting back.
No, I was only doing it to you and Stevie. Sorry.
Fuck you.
Oh.
I have important things to say.
I feel bad now. Hopefully, he's not leaving because he's pissed.
Oh yeah.
That's so be it, I guess.
That
If
guy
you
looks
don't
like
unmute
a.
me, I'm leaving.
That guy looks like a combination between Bobby.
Well, it's hard to
Cannavaro
listen to clips when
and
people
Hitler.
talk over him, you know? With 9 people in the room, especially.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and finish these clips up.
Bodily.
No, now everyone's audio's fucking.
They never took my calls
What?
after they went over here to YouTube.
No shit.
So you,
Really?
I didn't even know who Chad Zumach was until Steel
nobody
Toe.
did. Nobody does. I mean,
You don't know what 2 plus 2
I'm
is.
blowing up.
That's
Jake, you
right,
even said you were a
Chad,
huge fan of
nobody knew
mine.
you were. Sorry.
I'm a fan
How-
of yours. I'm a fan of Chad.
There you go.
wow.
What happened to
Sorry,
autism there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you?
No,
Speaking of which, he's wearing a steel toe shirt on this interview, by
he's
the way.
wearing a
Very good.
steel toe shirt, and then he's saying on Misery Loves Company, he's going, I didn't know who Chad was till Aaron told me who he was.
And then he uses our lines.
Yeah.
I'm a fan
And
of
then he goes,
Chad.
I'm a fan of Chad, which is obviously the thing
Yeah,
that
you
we
started
coined.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
a fan of Chad.
I'm a fan of Chad.
My
Can
lips and my wig.
Can anyone say that the last 3 credit card thefts were not entirely mine?
All right, Stevie, you're still here. Sorry I muted you, man. Sorry about that.
Put me back on mute. I'm enjoying the
worked
show.
out.
Don't worry about it. It's good. This is fine.
No, he's
Well,
an
good.
ass. Don't-
Good. I'm glad. I'm actually really
Derek's
glad about that.
an asshole.
The fuck is this?
What is the deal with this Jake guy here?
Not you.
Oh no, we work together. See, we have an empire, and we are doing
Yeah,
very
alright.
well.
So give us some dirt on the steel toe. Like, is he? How is he a father? Scandals?
Has he ever touched
He,
your pee-pee?
have you ever seen the? Do you know that that black-faced doll he has? Every time he gets like a
Yeah.
he does he like a donation train.
Shaka.
He makes the dance and stuff.
Yeah,
That's racist.
He also likes to say the N-word.
No.
Come on. Nincompoop. I assume
I mean,
nincompoop, right?
Not right now.
Right.
Who doesn't?
Appropriate.
Right. Act like it's not a good time.
It's not saying.
So
it's,
what he's
you know,
saying is you like to say
Oh,
Allegations.
yeah,
I gotta say,
but he
I
also
will
said you
give-
like to say
I mean, of course.
Are
I
we
mean,
talking
he said-
about him? All right then.
Yeah, I mean, you watched him.
Yeah, that's
So
what
any-
he said. You guys used to call him that. So I thought it was pretty funny. It was like, oh boy.
Only after
And
about
like Kevin
the
Brennan, as soon as
only
he stopped.
after about the 7th or 8th time after he would call with absolutely nothing, would the frustration build to that point.
Check it out. How many phone calls, ballpark, do you think we've taken on this show of his?
At least 30, maybe 50.
149.
Maybe 50.
Fuck that. More than that. That guy's been on this show multiple times. Many
I will
times.
say this. I don't think I should be judged by the amount of times I've called him that word. I should be judged on the amount of times I haven't, and I think that makes me a saint.
It's restraint,
4.
really.
It was 4 times, and he's called in 162. So
Yeah,
no,
I've got a
it's
pretty good. If you had that kind of record as a fighter, you'd be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know about that.
We rooted for that guy for a long time when we first met him.
I will say this. This is maybe where I've been doing broadcasting too long. The fact that Chad and Kevin would sabotage their own show with that guy just because they need a little attention from me does kind of feel good in a weird way.
Oh,
Aaron's got a rager going.
That is kind of, it's like, wow, you guys
touch it.
You guys brought some dipshit onto your show, and it was terrible, and all because I bother you for some reason.
Yeah,
Love
and
it.
then he got scared when Lemmy put a super chat up. He immediately left.
Really?
Oh,
40
let's
seconds
see.
later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
But also a super chap would be a really good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my good super
well, now
chap.
Jake's
Like Jerry
I'm going to
Shepherdini,
super chat.
like our buddy
Yeah.
Jerry, a super chap.
He's my super chap.
I'm back, baby.
I don't
you could
chat
read that,
anything.
this is from a couple days ago. Jake Hudson responds to Aaron at Imholte. Are you scared?
Oh yeah, I'm
you-
sure he was asking for.
Am I
a
going to be
response.
embarrassed to be with this man?
Boy, Jake, yet again.
Maybe because his
Thank
last
you,
name's
Day
Immel.
25,
Sounds like a
for
disease.
giving me a platform
I'm
to say what I got to say about this person, Aaron Imholte Stilte Show. Brother,
Is that a
Let me tell
glow
you
in the dark
something.
air conditioner he has?
I've battled the best.
It's a bug zapper
battled some
slash
of the
air.
worst here on YouTube. You are a nobody.
Whoa.
Aaron,
This is the
you
guy
are
who looks
a
inbred.
nobody.
That's coming from a retarded Hussam Hussein.
No, let's look at Aaron close. I don't know.
man.
Is that some
Are you
tears
sure?
welling up in your eye?
I gotta say,
Damn.
they always say when you lose Jake Hudson, you lose the soul of your program.
Oh, this is terrible.
And the top of the
No, that-
hair on your
That's
head.
hilarious.
Jesus.
That's the guy that get on. The guy that's in his mobile home telling you what a horrible program you
Yeah.
have. That's
Well,
who's
check
on
it out.
MLC today.
He used to
Yeah,
tell
he-
us about how he's got rats eating his ceiling and shit
Yeah.
like that. He's got fucking rats falling out of his ceiling. I'm
You
not
don't
even
know how
kidding.
many super chats I spend a day.
He's
in
eating his
fairness-
ceiling?
In fairness, if they're gonna get Jake as a guest, it is the perfect mascot for the average fan of Misery Loves Company. So they did nail it right on the head on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Rats
Yeah.
eating the ceiling, abject poverty. It makes sense.
There's nothing more miserable than that guy, I would have to say.
Yeah. How
That's
about
sad.
the fact that little fucker compared himself to Beetlejuice? He ought to wake up every morning and apologize to the great Lester Green. How dare he?
Yeah.
It's insulting, really.
Beetle?
I wish his
Yeah,
name was
apologize to
Frank.
Beat.
Apologize to Beat all day. I love him.
Should do more than apologize.
Can I say really quick? I saw someone in the chat was asking why there was no Steel Toe Radio night show tonight, and I think folks should know that you guys only do a Monday through Wednesday and Sunday as well for the only subscribers. So-
We do a 1 hour open stream, and then after it's over, we close it off and make
Yeah.
it members only.
Yeah, if folks are not subscribed to Steel Toe Radio, what the fuck are you doing? As a matter of fact, you need
Yeah,
to
what are
become
you-
a member. It's
Thank
only,
you.
only a few bucks a month to join the membership, and then also go and watch a show and send a super chat if you think you're funny. Because if you're funny or not, Aaron actually will read your super chat, and it's a great
Every
time,
time.
you know. So
You shit on us, we'll read the fucking thing. Are you
Every
kidding me?
single
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yes.
As long as you pay enough.
Yeah.
no. But also,
Pee, 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 pee.
there's an incredible Steel Toe
Yeah.
community where we all get up. I mean, it's 7 a.m. on the East Coast for me, and I'm up at 6:55 tuning
No
in.
need to brag. I know you've got an alarm clock.
No, I got a big
Jesus.
dick. It's all right. But you know what we do out there, and we're doing a good thing, feeling it, and you read our chats, and it's a good time, man. I see Brendan. Brandon's getting jumping in there now recently.
Yeah.
and,
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Love it, man.
I'm drunk,
Today was
so
my
fucking-
day off, and I woke up early so I could watch the show all the way through
Yeah.
uninterrupted.
We can always tell though, like
Uninterrupted.
how much of our diehard Minnesota audience is still out there and alive, because like whenever there's a closed roads day or a closed school day or a blizzard or anything, you definitely see like that your peak number drop by about 70 to 80 people. Like they're at a
sleeping
time.
in.
There's still that Minnesota contingent that no matter how big we grow, it's like their presence is felt when they're gone.
They're very loyal.
Yeah.
They're
You guys
very
were getting
loyal.
stressed out today about your viewer numbers, and like, yo, actually, it's a week off on the East Coast. All the kids are out of school, and a lot
Is
of
it
people
really?
Okay.
Yes.
Can you
This
see
is
numbers
this is
on
the
screen?
midwinter break on the East Coast for a lot of people. The last 2 weeks, actually, I was away last week, and I wasn't listening to my normal podcast while I was on vacation.
If that's the case, then it hasn't been that bad at all.
Yeah, you guys are. You guys will be all right. You know?
Yeah, Kevin Brennan and his kids and all his fans and their kids. Yep, they can't watch your show and hate
They're all
watching.
watching.
Brennan's fans do not have families, sir.
That's because they're locked in a cage. They're not able to use their iPads.
And listen,
Their Wi-Fi problems.
TJ Holly is in the chat calling me out. I want to say there are actually Kevin Brennan fans who do crossover as Steel Toe fans. You can count me as one. You can count Jim Stansel as another one, and there are many more who maybe aren't as vocal. But like
we call them one of the good ones.
Yeah, exactly. So you have a generalized bad view on the Kevin Brennan fans because of some bad apples. Okay, I just want to give a little shout out to the good crew, the beautiful boys we call ourselves, that are not assholes.
You're saying the MLC community is a lot like Islam.
I don't know.
Yes.
I give super chats to MLC. I give super chats to MLC just so they'll read my intro for me.
Yeah. You got a few bad apples, and the really bad ones cut off all the women's clits. Other than that, the rest of them are
and they'll listen. A couple of them will fly a plane into your World Trade Center. Two of them actually.
They'll try to go after your YouTube, but hey.
Yeah. If Atticus Flinch gets a pilot's license, none of us are safe.
Oh God.
Oh, here we go.
Thank you for the segue, flying a airplane into the World Trade Center. Here we go. This is what it looks like in live action.
Fucking other dudes, fucking and his
Hold on.
kids. God bless that.
Gino, you would want to have Pedro Martinez him because Don Zimmer was the one who got chucked
Can
like
you stop it
trash.
right there? Can you stop
So
it
you
right there for a
wanna
second?
have
Just pause it real quick.
Pedro'd him.
I want to point out where Stevie Lou absolutely kind of instigated this thing in a very effeminate way.
Look at my eyes.
That was the
Hold on.
gayest.
Go back to my eyes
bitchiest-
in that screen.
That was the bitchiest little fuck Gino. I'm gonna nitpick his shit.
Look at my eyes.
You were definitely
Aaron,
looking to rile Gino.
Aaron, you are
It's like
150% correct on that. At this point,
I don't like it.
And listen, this is kind of an Atticus Flinch move to just pull this clip out of the blue at this timestamp. If you go back and watch, me and Gino were getting into this little needling situation, and at this point, I was seeing some sort of red, and I was ready to fucking break things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to do this now? You want to do this now?
All right, I'm sorry for interrupting the clip. I love this. Let's watch the rest of it. I'm sorry.
Juicy, when you asked Stevie Lou to do this, what was the motivation?
You understand what I'm saying, though? You just said you Don Zimmered him. Don Zimmer got thrown. So why would you want to Don Zimmer someone?
We understood the point.
I
Can I summarize this?
I would Don Zimmer him.
Can I summarize this real quick? I just want to summarize what you're saying. All right?
Really quick. They say someone pet someone. They mean that they punched that person in the face. You know, does that clear up the situation for you? Does that clear up the difficulty of your understanding there?
If you don't throw Stevie Lou out, I'm leaving.
You get the fucking point.
Throw Stevie Lou out or I'm leaving.
Hey. Look at Hughesy's face.
Wow.
Throw him out or I'm leaving.
Did someone say something?
Okay, the clip fucked up there. I was in the total wrong to bring up a really traumatic situation like we all know, like that. I completely, I used that like a Hiroshima, Nagasaki bomb.
Yeah.
That was not appropriate of me. As a friend of Gino's, I will go on record in saying that was wrong of me. And I was also clearly looking for a fight at this point.
Exclusive apology right here on the BYB Backyard Boys podcast. Stevie, go. Apology.
Let's let this little part go because this is where it got really bad. It's got really bad here.
Here, listen, Gino, let me leave for you, you little bitch. Gino, go suck my dick.
He Don Zimmered him. I agree with Gino. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I don't.
From a sports perspective, that's how you would recognize the play. You wouldn't, or the fight. You wouldn't say the Pedro Martinez fight. You would say the Don Zimmer. That's how the sports fan would recognize it. Carl, would you agree?
Yeah, I remember that.
Look at Gino's scumbag fan of this.
I think we get the main.
If you go back, Carl is taking a real big sip of water while that's going down because he was nervous as a kid who's seen his mom and dad fight in front of him. You know what I mean? Out in Rochester in 1994 when he's like, "Mommy, I really want this guitar. I swear I'm gonna be a guitarist." And she's like, "God damn it!" And then that's what. I'm sorry. Okay.
You guys hashed it out, so you guys are cool now.
Oh yeah. Thank you, April. That's a great point. I literally showed up the next day.
Okay, good.
To go see Jim Stansel while he was hanging out with Gino with the complete goal of giving that guy a big hug and saying I'm sorry. You know, so I walked into Sullivan's and they saw me coming, and I actually put up a fake punch. I put up a fake fist, like a real old timey, like I am gonna fighting Irish punch him in the face, and we all like laughed our shit out, and me and Gino put a big daddy brother hug. And listen, I take it, and I'm not gonna try to toot my own horn here, but if I could get under that guy's skin, the guy that gets under everybody's skin, you know, if I had that one little moment, then maybe I'm onto something here. You know,
you did. I mean, you did lean in. You didn't care at that point whether or not you continued on with that program. You were the minute Gino went, if Stevie's here, I'm gone, and Stevie's like, I got shit to do anyway. Bye.
And at the end of the day, Gino is the alpha male in this situation where he does have leverage on me as a performer. He's better than me, so I'm not going to be the guy who's going to be the lower cog trying to upset a programming. I knew that, hey, listen, if it was a problem, I'm the one to go and let them go. And
I wish you got under his skin like Pat Dixon.
So yeah, part of me actually, part of me afterwards was like, maybe I should have stuck in there and dug.
No.
Maybe I should have dug into the sand, but I think that would have made things much worse. And I'm not here to make things worse, man. I'm just trying to make comedy, and sometimes I get fired up. We all know there was a famous incident. Maybe Derek could help us understand this. How my history as a comedian, maybe being needled to a certain point and then snapping, has come out before. It's not the first time.
I saw red, and I just pushed that desk over, and they called an ambulance. Got a clip?
Oh no! What is this? Lighting himself on fire and die.
I remember watching that.
You're doing well.
Watching that live.
You're trying.
Well, you put me on the spot with literally no time to try to even just think about my thoughts. So
Stevie, don't attack me because Stevie, what I'll do is quickly say, don't ever fucking come back here again. So do you want to fucking challenge me right now?
Dude,
do you want?
Fuck this.
Good. Stevie Woo. 1 minute. Good riddance. I will inform you, if you walk out right now like a pussy, you are gone forever. I am going to flat out say this will be the second time.
Oh, a mic drop's coming our way.
Did you just call me a pussy, Dave?
Oh.
Did you just call me a pussy?
Stevie, don't fucking threaten me.
Did you call me? No, you're the one.
Get the fuck down.
Did you just call me a pussy?
Get the fuck down. Back the fuck off.
Or else what? Or else what?
Stevie, I'm dead fucking serious.
I'm fucking serious too.
Derek, John.
My voice got all high. My adrenaline was going. My voice got high.
Steve,
he called for Big A to come help him.
I remember.
Look at we got Bobo. We got this is Brian Murray of the band Dogs in a Pile. You guys don't know that this guy Brian Murray, who was 16 years old at the time playing guitar, is now the lead guitarist of one of the most up and coming popular bands in the country called Dogs in a Pile. So I want.
And he also has a oh shit, what's about to happen look right on his face.
Yeah, he was literally 16 and a half years old, and he was an intern for Roy Harder at Roy's music studio, and he brought his little ass. Guitarzy, we called them.
It's Guitarzy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Okay.
So sorry.
They're around Jersey a lot.
Yes, Asbury Park.
Get in here right
I like
now.
your shirt in this clip. Your shirt looks like a gay brawny man.
Yeah, it looks like a picnic curtain. Picnic curtain.
Quicker picker upper of calm.
Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out.
Scared me? You're a fucking pussy.
So okay, at this point, I was good.
I fucking
You can
gave
keep it
you a
playing.
form for a goddamn year. You're
I
being
was
a little
good.
sensitive
Keep
weirdo.
Playing, keep playing. I went and grabbed my shit.
This is an
and I walked out.
absolute fucking insane epic meltdown.
I'm sick of your shit. I've been coming here.
Steve.
I've been coming here for free, doing fucking your work for you. And
My
I'm done,
work?
I'm done with it.
What does that entail?
You know how many fucking phone?
Yeah, I was writing a lot of emails and doing a lot of phone calls for the guests and coordination. So I was pissed off that he kind of downplayed
Stevie Lou,
that.
everyone! The comedy stylist of Stevie Lou.
But here it goes. I felt threatened physically here when he says
Stevie
something.
Lou,
here.
everyone. The comedy stylist of Stevie Lou.
Because I walked out.
Well,
there.
that was
I actually
fun.
went to the
It was
door.
amazing. Oh my
But
god!
unfortunately, at Compound, you can hear
I tell you
what's
what,
going on in the green room.
that's incorporated
still.
in the bit. I mean, that would be
So.
fantastic.
Yeah, that was
There
exactly
it goes.
1 year
Oh
to
my
the
God.
date of. I don't know if you noticed this, but
Oh,
1 year to
Jesus.
the date.
He's like
when,
one of the last people
White
on the
Jared
Titanic.
walked
He
out.
keeps
No!
playing
I think so, David.
Yeah, why-
What is it about June? What is it about June?
It must
It
be
was
the
like-
heat, Dave. That's
it
why
was like
I'm
95
wearing white
degrees
shorts.
that day in New York City. For 100%, I remember it was very hot that day in New York City. I
It's
was
just an
pissed.
odd. What an odd.
looks it. Look at behind him in the
individual, huh?
Oh, he's right there. You want me to go get him again, or
No,
Should we get him back?
I don't really
Here
feel
we
like
go.
witnessing
This is where it
it.
goes down.
Stevie.
All right,
Yeah.
Stevie, don't leave
Stevie,
yet.
come
Hold on.
back.
We
He's
want you
all
back, I guess. Come on back. Let's Big A, you stand right by me. If he lunges,
Best move he's ever made. That saves his life right
He's
there.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
a
brilliant.
fucking talk show host.
Here we go. Here we go.
Fuck.
Stop you.
But
Here you
one
go.
thing I'll do is
That's why
I'm
Big A's
no
there.
fucking tough guy, but I'll have
Oh.
tough guy people fucking beat you to a pulp. That's what I will do.
Big A.
Don't
Oh,
you fucking
Stevie!
try it.
Scary looking.
Stevie, stop!
Hey, Big A's
Yeah,
got him.
Big A had his mitts on me like a
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Come
Good
on.
Big A.
Yeah.
Whoa, Stevie.
He's engulfed
Stevie,
you like a
stop.
gymnast.
Jesus Christ. Take a breather, Stevie. Take a breather.
John Serino. That's John Serino, the old
Stevie, relax.
Take a
producer.
breather. Take a
Look at
breather.
Garrett. Now,
Alright,
Garrett
alright.
started putting the desk really quick. Garrett is the one who saved my life because Garrett started putting the desk back together immediately during the show and then after the show. Garrett had the fucking screwdriver, the electric screw gun, and some screws, and he was the one who was able to put the desk back together that night.
Like
If
a broken
that-
cookie jar.
If that desk had not been put back together, Keith the cop had said I was going to be arrested for property destruction and I was going to jail and I was going to be.
him.
And he also
Fuck
said
him.
that desk was like a $25,000 custom desk that I was going to be completely liable for. So it's been a long enough time that I can say that now. But I have that email where Keith threatened me saying that, because I emailed him the next day and I was like, I'm really sorry about this, guys. I got out of hand. I didn't mean no disrespect to Anthony. I was just trying to kill Eastside Dave. You know what I mean? And then like they were like, literally Keith played it like a cop and he was like, listen, Stevie, I'm sorry to say here, but there's some serious damage and we're gonna hold you responsible legally. If
You're gonna have to win
and
that
I was
in
like,
court, you
all right,
fucking
but
piece of
I literally have the responses, which I won't air. But I was like, Keith, I get it, man to man. Do what you got to do. If I can help reciprocate this in any way, I will. And they just said, just be gone for a while. And that was that.
I'd like to see you prove that. If you got any video evidence, you have to win that in court. Fuck you. I told him.
All right.
I remember watching that live. That was a goddamn good show, man.
Yeah.
Dave put on a fucking fever dream of a podcast, man. Every time he was on there, that was just bizarre in a really beautiful way.
You actually nailed it. If you watch the final episode, that was the angle that he pulled. That we all took a dose of cyanide and we all like assed out, and then they woke up from a dream, and it was Eastside Dave and Pepper Hicks, Chris Stanley, who used to do the Eastside Dave the Davey Mac Sports Show, and they tried to claim that they had just been dreaming this whole Eastside Dave. So it's funny that you kind of picked up on that because that's what Dave ended up going
What
with.
happened there? Was that just kind of one of those things where they had other shows they were going to bring in and they just that one had kind of run its course? Or
Yeah,
what?
I mean, Eric Nagel would probably kill me for speaking out of turn here, but I'm fine with that. They were cutting shows. So like they cut what was the
Talib. Safe Space.
Yes, Talib, thank you.
Safe
I almost said what was the
Space.
black guy's name?
No,
Talib. Yeah. And that was a month before
End quote.
Eastside Dave cut. So when those two cuts went down, we actually all internally at the Eastside Dave show were like, oh, maybe we survived around here, and then found out literally 31 days
Oh, and
to
a
the
fair
date
one.
of those. Right. Well, yeah,
Tommy Pope, a fair one, who's destroying it on Treasure Island now.
I think it might have had
I'm sure
something
he's
to do
happy
with
that worked
something
out that way.
else.
Yeah. And
It might have had something
I'll
to
go
do
on
with
the
the
air
Dave
exclusive here.
Landau.
I'll go on the air exclusive here and say that, listen, I love Eric Nagel as a producer and as a person and as an on-air personality, but like myself, he holds grudges. And I think that there may be some stuff back in the day between him and Eastside Dave that could have possibly maybe still lived in real life, where if Eric had the chance to say, hey, it's a business decision why we're removing Eastside Dave. Meanwhile, he's kind of like, fuck Dave. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, again, Eric
It's
can kill me.
terrible.
Eric can kill me for saying this, and he can deny this all he wants. And I'm sorry for going on the record by saying this, but I'll do it. I think there may be something to that.
So this should dispel the rumor that I killed the show because I was on the second to last episode.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not at all. You did.
I know you are gonna think of it.
And speaking of killing a show, I have to go to bed. I'm sorry, you guys. Thank you so much, Steel Toe. You
Thank
guys.
you, Mr.
Aaron.
A. It was wonderful to see you.
Yeah,
Love
it was
you,
awesome.
Bradley. I'll see you on Tuesday.
We can play you.
This isn't the end of the show.
We
This
got
is just
two
me
more
leaving,
things.
and I wanted to thank you as myself.
Oh, well, thanks.
Sure,
It was
thank you for
been
having
fun
us.
so
Well,
far.
Better than doing it.
Bradley, before you go, I got something for you here, buddy. Look,
Is it a fart?
I took a poopy. I did a poopy,
Oh,
and I brought one for you. I brought one for you. So.
Oh, I'm gone. I'm going. I'm going,
have your
man. I'm
cigarette.
gone. I'm going.
And we're gonna do a couple more things tonight. One is show this clip and get your commentary, and then we'll probably let you guys go unless you wanted to stay for the
I'm gonna
final
do
part.
commentary on myself.
I know.
What the fuck?
Just
This is some shit.
just a question about it, but
Okay.
and then we're gonna do Chad Zumach comedy stand-up breakdown with Stevie Lou. So after we do this clip, we'll give you guys the option of taking off.
They
or
gotta get
hanging
up.
out for
They
that.
got an early show tomorrow. They're like looking at only.
Okay, you go ahead and
hours
answer
to
for
turn.
them.
Holy
Stevie
shit! I
Lou.
didn't even realize what time it was.
I know.
Oh my god.
We do have to work in the morning.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and shoot this for you. And I want to see what you guys think about this because we know what we think about this.
Night creeps.
Uh-oh. I know. I got invited. Like Luck of the Bind is now a fan of the show, whereas before he thought we were gay. But that's Jim Grindel's show, and Jim Grindel kind of thinks that we suck. So I don't know.
That is funky. Like I wouldn't want to go on a show if they
Yeah.
clearly don't like me either.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah. J Dub says Balls Deep was exonerated.
Yeah, so I just was curious how awkward that was this morning, seeing that invite from last night, and like what your thoughts on that were.
Petty.
Grindel's a weird guy because like he wants to do this character, but then he also wants everyone to think the character's real, and it's not like like you look at him weird, but you don't look at him weird in the way he wants you to. You're just kind of
Right.
like, it's not a gimmick that's like interesting to where you're like, wow, what's this guy up to? It's more of a gimmick where you look at him like, is this guy fucking retarded? Like what's he trying to do? I don't understand. But like he's been cool to us before, he's been not cool, but I think that's all part of the like trying. There's nothing worse than a guy who tries to be mysterious. Like
And he wants to be wanted.
yeah,
for
some
sure.
people are just really tortured artists and it works for them, but some people try to put on that hat and it doesn't quite fit and it's awkward. So I don't know. I like I saw him on Chrissy's show that one time have a meltdown, and then
exactly
he was on our show and he was screaming at everybody.
It was a complete mess. That's one show I've ever walked off of because it just got that ridiculous.
You had to interrupt him at one point, Aaron. You were like, "What the fuck does this mean?"
Yeah,
Do you
he kept saying
remember-
this thing over and over. I'm like, "What the fuck does this mean, Jim?" I had no idea. So I don't know. It's
I think the best thing I could say is that's how I found out about you guys and started watching your show. So it might have brought some eyeballs on your show. So.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty good.
That works.
No,
And,
it's weird because I like when guys like Luck of the Bind start shitting on you, and then they come out later and be like, "All right, fine." Like he tweeted me one day,
I'm
like,
here every
"All
day."
right, fine. I'm having fun." And it's like,
Can you do me a favor? Don't ever stop calling him Luck of the Blind because that's not his name. So that's so great. You're mispronouncing it. So please
I have
always
no
say
idea
Luck of
what
the
it's
Blind.
supposed to
No,
be.
just keep doing that.
Don't
And also,
tell me
guys,
it's
not important.
Guys,
It's not important at all.
Don't tell me what to do, Stevie.
I don't
I'll
wanna
walk
know
out of here.
either.
But listen, guys, let's not give these fools oxygen. We're giving them oxygen.
Too late. I don't know if
That's
you were
the one-
here for the last
that's the
3
one
minutes, but
thing-
you might have missed that part of it.
Yeah, the one thing
I think it's petty, buddy.
The one thing I got to work on is like take a win and leave it. You know, I'm like. I don't take my victories and then leave. I'm like, how about I take a victory and then I try to keep beating it? And it's like, no, at some point you take your win and you go.
Aaron is nutsacking. If people in the gamer community know about that, he's got his kill and then he's nutsacking on top of his kill over.
I gotta get my kill.
Sorry,
and
teabagging. Sorry,
on to the
teabagging.
next thing.
Teabagging. Thank you.
Be like a leopard. Carry your kill up into the top of the tree and have it all to yourself.
On it.
Right.
Don't share it either.
Yeah. I got it. That's the next evolution in Steel Toe is make fun of someone, have them break down, and then leave them to their
Move
tantrum.
on.
Yeah, that's what I got to work on.
I think you need that, and then whenever you have like really big news, but it's supposed to be a secret, you actually need to keep it a secret.
Yeah, that compound thing wasn't really a
up.
big announcement when we made it, seeing as I didn't really do a good job of teasing it.
I know.
Yeah, actually, really quick. Sorry, Derek. I mean, I'm going to give you the final thing, but if folks are Compound Media subscribers, you should go on the app to the extras section.
Yeah.
Or it's even on the front page. It'll actually do these guys a favor if you just go and just watch the show in general if you haven't already. It's very funny. It's very good.
I have.
You'll
enjoyed
actually,
it
if you guys want to help move the needle at all and you think that we had a good time.
I can report, we did talk about this on the show, that I did talk to Mr. Nagel, and he said that both he and the boss very happy with the response and the results of the show, and we will be working together again in the future. So that's great.
That's awesome to hear.
Right on. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
and
fuck
like
you,
I said,
Christy Mayer. We're coming for your spot. No, of course
if you
not.
guys have any plugs, and then like I said, we're gonna go ahead and break down some Chad Zumach stand up.
All right, look, I don't mean to do a Stevie Lou joke here, but obviously no plugs. Am I right? Oh shit. April, plugs are all yours.
All right, our morning show is YouTube, and we simulcast on Rumble now, actually, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Central Time. And then our evening shows, we do a members only on Sunday nights at 7 p.m., about 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time. But then Monday through Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Central on YouTube and Rumble.
Yes.
So check us out.
Steel Toe Morning Show for all those channels as well. Check them out.
And once again, thank you so much for coming on this evening, and anyone else who wants to stay around, stay around. Thank you so much.
Well, guys, thank you very
This has
much
been
for having
great.
us. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to leave because if fucking Stevie Lou doesn't leave, I'm leaving.
Yeah. That's the way
They were
to go.
fucking awesome guests. Huh?
That was an honor, man. You guys had an honor bestowed on you right there. You know?
That's right. That was great.
Man, we got their crowd too.
We just got teabagged or something.
You know,
What
I
happened?
mean, let me tell you, I got teabagged by. I see a bunch of good folks in the chat. I see Little Lemmy, who is one of the coolest fans of Steel Toe Morning Show. She actually has her own Twitch stream. So if you folks don't know about Little Lemmy, please drop your Twitch stream in the chat, and we'll put that out there. I see Stevie J,
Absolutely.
Balls Deep.
And if
I
Granny,
feel like I'm in romper
Granny
room.
was in for a minute, and I had to boot him because we ran out.
Can you?
But if he wants to come back in, he's more than welcome to. Now, just
He got all
wanted to
pissed
throw
off
that
about
out.
that. Yeah, sorry, Granny. But Balls Deep.
Well, we
you
just
know,
ran out of room, and I had other people coming. I don't know what the fuck.
That was an executive
Hey
decision.
guys, I got to drop, man.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you're the
say
man.
Now we
bro.
even
man.
have extra room.
Yeah.
Night,
Yeah,
sweet
yeah,
kids.
exactly.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
see
I
if,
know.
So if Granny isn't too upset about the black,
didn't
Brandy,
have
you're
a
the man.
choice.
Yeah, if he's not too butthurt about it, come back on, buddy. We'll have you on for the Chad session. I'm not trying to make a call here on my own, but I think
No,
that's fine,
I said he's welcome.
Yeah, send him back on. There's Citizen M. That's psycho. He's out there too. God bless him. We love you all, no matter what, right?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
course.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody that came here tonight, and I will love seeing the Chad Zumach stand-up roast.
I am gonna take a really fast pee and a cigarette.
Yeah,
grab.
of course.
So
I'm
you
looking
guys
shit up
cue it
right
up,
now
and I'll be
anyway.
right back in a minute.
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
Man,
So
what a
what-
show. That was fucking great.
Yeah, they're awesome folks too. They're
Yeah.
the heart of America right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the show last night was pretty good. I watched a lot of it. I enjoyed it.
Their show or our
Checking that
show?
one. Oh, their show.
We didn't do a show. Yeah, okay, wait, we
Okay.
didn't do a show. I'm starting to lose track.
No, I
We've
said
been
their
done for
show.
many fucking I know. God, just whoopsies.
Yeah, I watched quite a bit.
Yeah,
this
man.
morning, and I watched the Compound special, and yeah, they're killing it. They're killing it over there, man.
Yeah, it's pretty big gig. That was,
Did you just say something?
yeah, I think I don't know. I'm having some feedback from everybody, so I'll be right back. I'll try to.
Okay.
Huh?
Maybe it's his new mic. Said he's having some feedback.
Oh, feedback. I was wondering what he said. All right, Mr. Comedian. What do they call him? Shit, I'm out of words tonight now.
Where are we at right now? Sorry, guys, I'm back in it.
We are
Okay.
Chad Zuma. So you're the comedian, in-house comedian. You're the connoisseur of fine comedians.
Yeah, I mean,
now
let
we're
me
gonna
give
watch
my-
some shit comedians and see
Let me give my
what you
credits.
think about that.
Let me give my credits
spit
really
'em.
quick. I started off, I was an office worker who found the East Side Dave show as a hobby, and I was able to come on as a producer for the East Side Dave show. And at that time, the Legion of Skanks were also a show on Compound the same night. So I started meeting and hanging out with the Skanks, and they used to bring me over to the old stand with Flutzy after our shows. I think Louis J. Gomez was probably trying to fuck Flutzy, now that I think about it. And he was like, yeah, let's bring that other weird looking dude over along because he's her friend. But anyway, yeah, I figured out, hey, let me try some stand-up about 6 years ago. And I ended up quitting my office job and went full-time as a stand-up comedian for about 2.5 years. And ate shit, did every show in New York, ran a few shows, and I think that I'm pretty capable of breaking down some stand-up. So thank you.
Absolutely. Well, let's get right into this shit. I was watching some of this earlier today, and boy, howdy, he's not funny whatsoever. Oh, okay. Hey, so Stevie, he was breaking down some of your stand-up. This is how also we are not the people out there going after folks. We are just retaliating and saying, hey, you want to play that game? We can also play that game. Let's clarify that.
Really quick, he actually just played my entire clip that I own live, which is a complete TOS violation because that's my material. He didn't have permission to play that. He didn't ask me for it, and he played the entire clip. So,
not cool, man.
No, that's actually like as an artist. He's an artist, right?
Yeah,
like
so
we
one thing
make
you
fun.
own
We take
is your
small
art.
clips. You're not going to play the entire Kmart Ready clip here from start to finish, which he did of mine.
Right.
Which
no, we have plenty to pull from, so we could just keep going
yeah,
down
if
the
you
list.
do that sort of stuff, you get your channel taken down completely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what he did the other day was he played my entire stand-up live, the entire clip, my personal owned it's copywritten. It's my own intellectual property. He played it completely on his own channel, which would actually be a legal issue according to my management team, because I do have a representative and
we're also going to do this. We'll also do this in the style of Red Bar. We'll stop it every once in a while and break it down.
Right, he did that, but he played the whole thing. You can't play the whole clip, and that's a problem. And I don't think this guy knows that. Is that you can't play the whole clip.
Well, as we've seen before, he's not the highest IQ fellow anyway. So,
but if you were an artist, right? Say if you were an artist, and you spend all this time on your art, and then some other artist takes your work and then just puts it up without your permission and tries to use it as his art, and he doesn't just take little clips of it for, repurposing. He uses the whole thing. That is completely 100% scumbag, illegal maneuvering, and I don't think he's too smart to know that. And
yeah,
let's leave it at that. So, thanks, Chad. Thank you for doing that. I guess. Fucking moron.
Kid, no one's happy for me. Nobody.
We're going to just start it over here.
Tell you a little about the Z-Man. Yeah, I'm in my 40s. Never been married, never had a kid. No one's happy.
Hold on. The Z-Man. Can we start with that? How pathetic it is to call yourself the Z-Man.
Okay, I'm going to go deeper. His set design is terrible. This, if you look at Ray DeVito, also did a set. Maybe this isn't the dry bar, but still, he was the one who got to choose that floral arrangement behind him. And now, when you think comedy, do you think cheap plastic roses tucked into a shitty Amazon bought fake grass? Is that
if
what
you're
you
Betty
think?
White?
Okay. So, again, when you care about your stand-up, you look at those little things like, what does my set design look like? Do I look like my aunt who bailed me out of jail made this set? Or did someone who actually cares and have artful thought put their process into this?
For me, nobody. Nobody. I always thought you're 40s, never been married, never had a kid, you're a catch. Turns out you're 40s, never been married, never had a kid, you're not a catch. People look at you like you're a suspect. They want answers.
Really quick.
Coincidentally.
So what we do as comedians is we take parts of our real life and then we put little, tangents on them and make jokes out of it. That's what I do with my humor, is I take real life experiences and I put little angles on them. So this little whole thing where I'm a suspect, he actually is a suspect on multiple criminal cases. So it's fucking kind of telling that this is where his joke material is coming from.
Like DUIs, credit card theft.
There was also a harassment,
theft.
and there was a harassment and stalking charge, which was kind of funny. It was weird. He had that a couple years ago, and then look at Orlando just a couple of months ago. He was kind of stalking and harassing other people. He's also put a little group of trolls to work to continue the harassment for him. So even if he doesn't necessarily encourage that, that's part of him. So
Sometimes alibis. I'm not dating right now. Anyone here dating? You know why? Because there's nothing
really quick.
left.
His alibi was the guy that really did the stealing looked just like him. So remember, alibis. It wasn't him really. It was some guy who was also wearing a hat and glasses and happened to be at the same places that he was, which is something he never brought up.
Nick Schwartzman.
It could have been Nick Schwartzman if you were just passing along on the street in a car. But seriously though, he never got to this. Where did the initial arrest happen, Chad? You never got to that. Why did you get arrested in the first place? You said it was just a misunderstanding? There was a reason why you got arrested, doggy.
Details.
There's nothing left. Dating right now is like going to the Tampa Walmart on Dale Mabry. There's nothing left. Thank you. Please clap. I force applause breaks. I force them. Some people earn them. I force them.
Yeah. So thoughts on that? As a comedian, you gotta like force. That's like asking for claps. Is that pretty much what he just did?
You would have to like make that part of your set to make that funny. Okay? He got stuck in a spot where his killer opening joke got some laughs, but it didn't bring the house down, you know? So he brought that little please clap thing out. Now, if that was like a callback later, the please clap thing, that it was like a bigger concept, he'd be a genius. But he was just an exposed fraud in that moment. So that's why he said, please clap.
I will point out the only thing we have missing tonight is not just you, Stevie Lou, but we could have had the Steve, the comedian.
Oh, Comedy Steve.
Comedy Steve. Thank you.
who
Boy,
actually that's where I'm gonna break down the fourth wall. Comedy Steve is where I learned how to do comedy. I took that class several summers.
Not just physical and
all
prop?
of it. Yeah. No. It's a very, very strict, stringent program that man runs, and I'm already 3 seasons deep, and I'm going for my certificate next year.
Yeah, dating right now is weird. It's strange. I don't know.
Pause. Is he on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy as a host all of a sudden? Because he suddenly, yeah, Derek, you could barely move your arms, but yeah, let's help you out there. Yeah, you put yourself in some sort of questionable pose. I remember just the other night he was making fun of Steel Toe, our buddy, for clapping strange or something on a clip. But let's analyze this stance, okay? He does this self-hug thing that we've all picked up a long time ago, that he like literally grasps himself out of like some sort of desperation. And that's
it's very femme.
But it's not femme, but it's also scared. It's like scared little beaten Chad boy as a youth right there. We see it because, you know why? His first joke did not hit like he thought it would. So,
and I think he's insecure because he's got the stomach of like a 8-month-old pregnant lady. From as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
So I think maybe he's a little insecure and trying to cover up his fat.
Listen, Tim Dillon is a fat comedian that speaks to the gay community. Why can't Chad Zumock also?
Yeah, they're both bottoms, I'm sure.
I'm in my 40s. I'm a white guy dating her in the Me Too movement. It's over. I'm never going to kiss a girl again. The Me Too movement is like they call it the ice bucket challenge of sexual assault.
Okay, really quick. Those are not funny jokes. And he's getting help laughs from the crowd. He definitely has friends or producers of this show that just gave him, because you can hear it's not the whole crowd on those few laughs. There's a peppering of laughs from a few vocal people that are watching him drowned during his big special, and they're like, what the fuck? Why are we here? This guy didn't even work this shit out. This is not well worked out material. This sucks. So let's just at least throw him some pity laughs.
Facts. Yeah, I noticed that when I was watching pretty much all of his sets. I looked through 5 or 6 of them. I never heard the crowd roar one time.
Altogether. Yeah, if you look at any good comedian's specials, you get full laughter from the whole crowd. And I'm not just talking about Dave Chappelle, dude. I'm talking about like even Mike Cannon. A shitty comedian like Mike Cannon gets real full room laughs with his stupid drug fake boy material that I would smash.
I gotta ask, is this on his own channel? Like, or is this somebody else posting this?
This is Kmart Ready. No. This is on YouTube, dude.
Yeah.
No, it's Kmart put this up. Like, they're paying him to do this shit for some reason. I can't figure out why.
Neither can I.
Well, listen,
Yeah,
no,
but
I know why.
You said
No,
the
guys,
dry bar one too. The dry
guys,
bar is
I know
out there.
why. I know why. Chad does have management, and he has an agent. You know, he has been around long enough that he can carry an agent who's going to suck 30-40% out of every fucking gig he gets, but it still keeps him afloat. That guy Bob Eatman used to be his agent. I think he brags about that, and I cannot see Bob Eatman still being this fucking clown's agent, but some other small-time venomous entertainment industry people probably picked him up, and that's why he gets these gigs.
Mail on Netflix got nominated this year. Thank you. That's a rough joke for some people. Some people are laughing. I take chances in front of 84 people. That's what I do. I go for it. I swing for the fences, kids. I see you up there. Take a chance.
Okay, really quick. He was doing Trump.
I'm on.
Whoa!
That was fickle comedy. Whoa!
Yeah,
Wow,
that was a Nazi goose step. He just broke out a random Nazi goose step out of nowhere. But also, did you hear how he was saying, "People, hey people, I wanna." Did you hear how he was saying "people"? He was doing a President Trump 100%, bro. Go back a few seconds, bro. He was trying. He was going, paper. I see all these people. He was. That's not how people from Ohio talk. President Trump has a very
they're both
distinct.
from Florida. After
No,
New York,
President Trump is
Mar-a-Lago.
from Queens, New York. He's from Queens, New York. He's actually the biggest disgrace to ever come out of Queens, New York, ever. The Trump, but no, that's like Trump is a New York thing. I kind of have a little Trump in me. But go back to that 1 second, like we said, and listen to him do the Trump thing here.
I'm on dating apps. Anybody else on these nights?
It's okay,
I see
buddy.
you up there. Take a chance. I'm on dating apps.
It's okay, buddy.
Some
Let's
people
keep
are laughing.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. That's a rough joke for some people. Some people are laughing.
Some people.
I take chances in front of 84 people. That's what I do. I go for it. I swing for the fences, kids. I see you up there. Take a chance. I'm on dating apps. Anybody else on these nightmares? Yeah, you have to download an app to find your love now. So you have to swipe right and left all day long.
Really quick.
Right, left.
Pause.
Right if you like them, left if you don't. So I'm like,
Pause.
laugh.
Dating apps are not a nightmare for 70% of the human population. They actually aren't some fat, bloated comedian with nothing to prove and no way to satisfy a woman. You know what I mean? So it's very telling to me that he thinks that dating apps are a nightmare. Meanwhile, there are...
Yeah, I'm on them, so obviously they're great.
There's a app for paralyzed people?
Yeah, it's called Tinder.
For the cripples? For the cripples?
It's called Wielder.
Really good dates.
They're not all great ones, but keep it going there. Sorry.
Laughed like you're not good at laughed. That's what I do all day. Laughed. I'm afraid I'm gonna go into real life, like go to a bar, see a woman, and just swipe left like you're not good enough. Yeah, I just canceled myself on that joke. That's fine. I take chances. Never
No,
happened.
see, like
That was a pretend lady.
everyone actually in the crowd thought for a second that he's actually smashed a woman in a bar before. You know, that's why they were like, like when he said that. If you want to go back like one click, you can hear the crowd go, oh. And he goes, oh yeah, I canceled myself. But literally that was the crowd going, oh yeah, we could see that.
I also heard one lady go, oh. See if
Like
you
she's
can catch
probably
that
been
one.
smashed at a
Go
bar.
to a bar,
Yeah, exactly.
or see a woman, and just swipe left like you're not good enough. Yeah, I just canceled myself on that joke. That's fine. I take chances.
So
Never
edgy.
happened. That was a pretend lady. Okay, we're gonna go weird places, but we're gonna come back. I'm smart enough and I'm clever. Okay, I've been doing this for 17 years because I had a dream when I was a child. I wanted to make $3,600 a year, so I made that come true. Thank you, Make-A-Wish Foundation. I need to force
really
that
quick.
applause break.
He's been doing. That's one of his staples. That 3,600 a year is something that he's done on his very early sets. We've seen that. We've seen him pop that up on his like sets that people have found from 15 years ago. So apparently that joke is so good that he's just been saying it over and over again and repeating it. And let me tell you, repeating a joke over and over in multiple specials is just the way to do things these days.
Yeah, keep hacking away. Hacking.
Like I love when Chris Rock, I just said, Jesus Christ, I'm drunk. When Chris Rock made that hilarious tossin' salad joke, it was so great when he did the same joke 15 years later on his next fucking special. All right.
My favorite is there's black people and then there's
Very good. I met a girl on a dating app, and this is a
Hold on,
true
really quick.
story.
Hold on.
Exchange phone numbers.
He did this big setup about dating apps, and then he reset immediately on dating apps. What the fuck, dude? That's a bad look, kid. That's called being a dull, repetitive fuck when it comes to writing.
So instead of waiting to the end to like a callback, he just goes right into the next
he should have worked the whole dating app
later.
swipe life. Then he was like, I met a girl on a dating app. Like, we know, buddy, you were just talking about dating apps for fucking stupidly for 2 minutes. So
well, maybe he didn't think the crowd was falling for it.
Maybe he is just drowning and fucking trying to grasp at anything.
This was nice, pleasantry. I want to take her on a date because I'm a gentleman. Yeah.
Self-hugging.
And I'm like, where do you want to go? And she's like, let's do something fun. I'm like, all right, let's have fun.
Wow, look at these. Hold on. This is female Chad. Are you guys seeing this? He's doing an act out. It's hard to tell because he's so fucking off his game and he's rattled. He's speeding through it. And he's just like, like if you were really a comedian and you were trying to do an act out, you'd be like, let's do this. And I said, nah, let's Like he's just fucking, it's just coming out of his mind from his brain to his lips. There's no thought here. It's disgusting.
Well, when the girl says, let's do something fun, I would think Chad would just drop her off somewhere else.
Bring her right back home.
That'd be fun. I'm like, what? A buffet. I'm like, what?
By the size of that gut, that sounds like fun for Chad. Part of his
that was pitter patter laughter. That was pitter patter laughter. That was like you can hear one or two people that are apparently his friends that are like like fucking cackling at everything.
Yeah, he has plants. Is pretty much what you're saying. He's planted 5 people that laugh loudly.
If this is being filmed, then yeah, he's gonna have plants for sure.
Like Aaron Berg plants black people in his audience.
What? A buffet! I call my buddy Chuck. I'm like, she wants to go to an all-you-can-eat buffet. He's like, she sounds awesome. I'm like, no, she sounds pregnant. Like, who goes to an all-you-can-eat buffet date on a date, let alone a first date?
Who goes to an all-you-can-eat buffet date on a date? Sorry, just to rewind that. He said, who goes to an all-you-can-eat buffet date on a date?
Yeah.
And also, buddy, he was trying to give me fucking input on jokes. You cut the joke off at buffet. He's drowning this buffet concept to death. He's beating it like a dead horse. He keeps going back to this buffet. We got it, that the concept, it was a misdirection, but he's now taking this misdirection like it's some sort of genius maneuver, and he's got nothing. It's fucking stupid. It's really stupid.
He's turned a misdirection into a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
What do you guys think? On to a next one. I didn't think we should stay into that one too deep, or we might get in trouble.
Yeah.
Could we play
that,
at
again?
Gotham?
That wasn't his. That dry bar or whoever you put his dry bar on, man. It's so fucking.
That was dry bar from Kmart.
That was dry
whatever
bar.
the fuck.
Oh, I thought that was. Oh, I'm confused now.
Oh, yeah, dry bar.
We could play the Gotham. Is 6 years ago.
Yeah,
was.
Let's do that. No, wait, hold
and
on.
this is Norm Macdonald introducing him.
Hold on. Don't do this. Go to something that's not on Sit Down Zumach. Do yourself a big favor and go back and find another stand-up that's not on his channel, because he could strike you for that.
Oh, this is a good one too. It's got Norm Macdonald.
That's
people,
true.
People will strike you for that. So I'm gonna go grab another cigarette because I'm smoking shit. You guys find a clip really quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
A little more.
Fucking, you should go over Chad's spot on the Brennan roast. Holy shit.
All right. Well, I've already given him these. I can't give him more views than I've already. Yeah, I see what he's saying. It's on his channel.
He can strike you for that, buddy. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up then. But that's fine. We got a chance to shit on him pretty good. Oh, Kevin Brennan roast. Yeah, that's right.
Holy shit. Let's get just a little clip of that, because
yeah, he said it and it didn't register in my brain. Sorry, dude.
And honestly, this roast has been really
picked apart,
overanalyzed to death, but I'm fine with getting you guys also to jump in for a quick one at least on this.
Let's see. 2 hours.
The second one. That's it clipped.
Boom.
Good job, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, he sent it to me. I forgot all about that.
This next guy. Boy, oh boy, Kevin, you kind of gave this guy a career. He was nobody. He came to
Mike
New York
Machete
City,
looking so
and now
Machete.
he's nobody.
Barry Riggs in the back right.
Please welcome
Terrence
Chad
Ian.
Zumach, everybody.
Where is he? There you go, Chad. Huh? Yeah, you're Chad.
Oh, the lady in the front right. That's who he had on. Kevin Brennan just had on recently.
Okay, really quick.
Honestly.
Pause. He thought that was a joke. He asked the stand people to play the Chappelle Show song as a burn on Kevin Brennan.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
because Neil Brennan.
Three
right,
people got
the
it.
creator.
3 people got it. And
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
if you wanted to be cool, he's a hip hop fan. He would have played Dead Prez better than hip hop. That's the real intro to the Chappelle Show. That was the intro song that Chappelle always came out to. That's Dead Prez better than hip hop. So if you really wanted to troll fucking Brennan and talk about Chappelle Show like a real G, you would have pulled that one out. But, you know, he did that and it sucked.
So right out of the
Or
gate,
Rick
it's-
James. Rick James. Super freak.
Sure.
Sure.
One more time for Aaron Berg, everybody. The only Canadian Jew that thought he was passed by the Comedy Cellar. That's just for him. Be sure to check out all his tour dates at rogerpaul.com. I'm playing to the back of the room right now.
Look at him keep making
People say Aaron
excuses for
Berg
why
looks
it's
like
not
the
going
Bagel
over.
Boss. The only difference is the Bagel Boss went viral and Aaron Berg's a faggot.
Look at his face, too. Look at fucking
Aaron Berg was like, what the fuck was that?
He's trying to make like
That's not
effective
a joke.
faces. He's making these weird
Yeah,
faces.
yeah.
He's got that. He looks kind of overweight. His cheeks are kind of fat there. I'm not trying to.
Kinda?
fucking- Yeah.
No, they're fat.
But yeah, he came out with this Jewish joke right off the bat because the owner of the Comedy Cellar, Noam Dorman, is a very known right-wing conservative Jewish guy. So he thought that like, oh, maybe if I say this joke, the fucking cellar folks will get it, and I'll get in at the cellar or something. I don't know what the fuck was happening there.
his best strong suit isn't thinking, right?
The bagel boss went viral, and Aaron Berg's a faggot.
Look at Aaron Berg's face.
Yeah, that's like a
That was supposed
topical
to be-
joke. He was trying to go to a topical joke. Like, hold on, pause real quick. Like,
Who booked this guy?
What he could have done is he should have described the bagel boss's stature, and then done a misdirection to bring in Aaron Berg. He just said Aaron Berg is also a small faggot. Like, he like literally just went straight to the punchline without any setup there, and that's a problem as a comedian. To have no real strong setup, to just have this really small concept of a joke and just blurt the words out.
Look at all the people we have here tonight. We have an asshole, a bitch, a dick, a douchebag, a beggar, an old man. But besides Kevin Brennan, there's 15 other comics here tonight.
So yeah, that was. We couldn't hear what that was, but Kevin Brennan said something very funny.
Yeah,
He said
couldn't hear it coming. Like he was saying, like, oh, that was the most obvious joke
because
that has
that
ever been
was okay. And let's get into it a little bit. Like when you're doing a roast joke situation, you have to kind of go to the old joke book, and that's what he did there. Is he went to an old Friars Club roast joke. But you know what? Like if you just throw out 3 bombs in a row and then try to go to an easy joke, people are not like receptive of that. You know what I mean? Like you got to have 2-3 bangers and then go to the easy stuff in order for that to work.
Especially in a room full of comedians.
And it was a full room of fucking really happy fans. You could hear the crowd is live when they make fun of Chad. But when he does jokes, it's not live,
It's a shitty roast when Chip Chipperson's your star power. Alec Baldwin had Robert De Niro. We have Barry Ribs. It's a complete shit show.
Hold on.
They should call it Firefest Part 2.
Hold on. Alec Baldwin had Robert De Niro. What?
Alec Baldwin had a better actor out there?
What? No.
You want to back it up and hear the joke?
But yeah, what is that? What's the simile? What is happening there? Alec Baldwin had Robert De Niro. I hate to say this like I'm a big dog, but I'm a film guy. And I do not understand the reference between Alec Baldwin and Robert De Niro. Am I missing something? If anybody in the chat is watching, like what movie can you maybe look up on IMDb? Is there any movie that Alec Baldwin and Robert De Niro were in? I cannot think of one off the top of my head, and I know fucking movie shit. So I'm just curious as like where that came from. You're saying that Alec Baldwin had Robert De Niro as a better actor ahead of him, but that's not, no, you'd say like maybe like because Alec Baldwin was never considered the actor of our times. You know what I mean? He did a few things. I'm sorry, I'm getting really deep into this here. Like maybe if he said like Leonardo DiCaprio had Robert De Niro, that would make sense, right?
Right.
Granny?
I'll look it up.
Granny, what do you
I'll
think,
look it up.
buddy?
Hey, welcome, Granny.
What do I think about what? I'm pissed.
Granny, put your dick back in your pants for a second, and let's go back for a second and play this joke over.
My dick is inside my fucking pants. It's very fucking tiny.
Fine. Let's just go back and play the clip for Granny.
All right.
It's a shitty roast when Chip Chipperson's your star power. Alec Baldwin had Robert De Niro. We have Barry Ribs. It's a complete shit show.
What is that? So
they should call it Firefest Part 2.
That's nonsense. This joke is not.
This day is. It's
stop,
like
stop. This is making me crazy now. Holy shit! There is nothing that links Firefest, Barry Ribs, Alec Baldwin, and Robert De Niro to any sort of joke at all. There is no joke there at all. I'm so confused.
Buddy, you're really trying to break down fucking Chad Zumach humor.
I'm confused myself. The only thing I can see when I Google is Robert De Niro directed a movie called The Good Shepherd that had
Exactly.
Alec Baldwin in it.
I don't even know that.
It's nonsense, though. Yeah, for the most part.
So
he actually
wrote
sat
that.
down and wrote this. Yeah, exactly.
he wrote that, and he was like, "This is gonna work."
He didn't Google Robert De Niro, Alec Baldwin movies, and make sure there was like a.
Fuck! What bridge were you gapping there, Jack? I'm literally gonna not be able to sleep tonight. My brain is gonna be racing all night to try to figure out what he was going for there, and that was his fourth joke. Also, that wasn't like his throwaway at the end. He was like, "I got this. Here, let me do this one."
I got something to say.
What's that, Granny?
He just farted, I think.
No, I didn't fucking fart. You're a goddamn comedian. Come on. All right. No, I'm pissed off because I was let into this fucking chat.
All right, get him out of here. Get this fucking guy out of here, man.
Oh, fuck you. I was let into this fucking chat, and I had actual.
You were
shit
let
to
into the
say.
show?
Yes. What the fuck? Fuck you, Stevie. You ginger fuck. What did
we didn't have? Look, you came in, you left.
No, we don't have
else
to
came
explain
in.
it.
No, I was fucking. I was
Who gave it
kicked.
to
You
you?
had a fucking
Who gave it to you?
asshole with a football
I
and
threw
a
you out.
fucking aviators.
I threw
and
you
had
out.
4 other fucking people saying
Who
nothing.
gave you the link?
Does that matter?
Bro,
Yeah,
you want
me it
that
does.
smoke with Jimmy G? You really want that smoke right now with Jimmy G?
Yeah, I want that fucking smoke.
Granny,
Absolutely. What the fuck does it matter to me?
When Jimmy G is sober, he'd bench press your ass.
I don't give a fuck. Let Jimmy G fucking try me. I live in Florida, buddy. It's concealed
What does that mean?
carry. Concealed
That means
carry, buddy.
that means he's had a fentanyl addiction at one point, and he's a scumbag. That's all that means if you're from
Oh,
Florida.
you're a fucking
Oh,
great comedian. We're going fentanyl and fucking in your fucking. I'm drunk as fuck.
We can tell. We can tell.
Thank you.
Good. You're good.
Thank you. And calling him cripple fucking Rasmussen was great. That was a great bit.
Rasmussen?
Yes.
Rasmussen.
Oh wait, yeah. No.
Rasputin?
Listen, Rasputin, potato. I get it.
I always stay white trash.
Same shit, different fucking.
Stay on brand. Stay on brand.
Little Lemmy says I'd like to smoke.
We
with Jimmy G."
weren't just watching Kmart Dry Bar comedy show, so that makes sense. You could have been there. They probably would have given you away free tickets with your coupon.
What coupon?
The one at the Kmart in the Florida Kmart. You go.
The Kmart's are out of fucking business. You know that, Rasmussen.
He called you a coupon clipper. That was the best part of the show.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nice. Listen, folks, we go deep at the later part of the show. You got to stick around.
Yeah.
You got to linger
Yeah.
longer because you don't get shit like this, right, Bobby Nick?
That's right. This is great.
You never fucking do.
Deep cuts.
Florida Chad team up. That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, you would be Team Chad in this event, huh?
Can I say something really quick also? I'm going to mention this. Do you see how he's holding the mic? Like there's a
he
microphone.
wants to
It's like
suck it?
he's grasping the balls of the mic and cradling them. Now, what I will say as a comedian is that could be a sign that the XLR cable and connection to mic is a little banged out. So I want to give him a slight out here that he was doing that only to keep the mic from cracking. But you'd figure if you're doing a big special, you wouldn't have that problem. And he's just grasping the mic like an open micer. That's literally what open mic people do as like a really funny thing. If you go to a New York City open mic and you see someone who's barely been doing comedy, they don't know how to put the mic stand away and they don't know how to hold the mic. So he's like holding the mic with like fucking 7 fingers somehow right now in his hand and putting his thumb up. That's not how you hold microphones, folks.
Yeah. Or
Why did all that sound like faggotry?
can you turn your mic down a little bit, buddy?
He wants to suck my dick. What do you want?
I know. I'm just asking. Like you are literally.
You can
What,
if you want. If you ask
go,
nicely,
like
I'll let you.
You go in like this. You grip it. How exactly are you supposed to grip it?
You hold it like literally just, like you drink a beer. You know how you grab a beer? Is that how?
Hold on. I'll show
yeah,
you.
there you go. Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Right here you go.
Get that Bush Light. You're drinking Old English, bro.
No, I'm drinking fucking Bush Light. You fucking.
That's Old English. It's the same company,
you
dumbity.
No, it's cheap Bud Light.
Well, hold on. I'm drunk, and you're calling me a dummity?
Well, did you hold your beer like Chad's? All right, let me just get to the point.
Fucking dummity, bro.
All right, fine. Are you holding your beer like Chad's holding the mic right now, or are you holding it like a man?
I can. Hold on.
Do it like a. Well, you know what?
Get him out. Get him out.
Now swallow.
Take it down.
Who gives a fuck? A Price is Right audience has more IMDb credits than this dais.
Oh, that was so good.
What was the filtering process for this roast? You just have to be past that LOL Comedy Club?
That's a Gino rub.
Thanks, Anthony. What'd you say? Kevin Brennan could be here tonight. Neil Brennan couldn't be here tonight because he hates Kevin.
Oh,
Gary
man.
Bowman couldn't be here tonight because he hates Kevin. Leslie Jones couldn't be here tonight because he hates Kevin.
That's a good joke. That was actually a decent joke. I will give him that one. See, and the crowd actually responded. Right, and you can hear for the first time in this episode, we've heard a full crowd response from an audience on a Chad joke. So it literally took us.
And we are almost 3 minutes in.
Right. No, but we also did a full set before Bobby Nick. So we're like 30 minutes into watching Chad, and this is the first good joke that he's had, is that he called Leslie Jones a man.
Exactly.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, that's just painful, right, Granny?
Anthony Cumia is here, everybody, from Opie and Anthony.
You got the
As
fucking
you know, Anthony got
ginger
fired from
judge.
SiriusXM, but he came up in the end because he launched a successful podcast network. And Opie had his friend taken away by the Lord.
Yeah, that's Carl Ruiz.
Aaron did like 3 of my jokes. God damn it.
More
You heard that?
How
As
could
soon
he
as he
have done
said
his
that,
jokes? He did
as soon as
similar
had
jokes?
Someone in the audience went, "What?" You can hear an audible. Someone goes, "What?" Like they were shocked that a male comedian that claims he's a professional would say that sort of thing on stage, that someone else did all my funny jokes.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I haven't been here the whole time. What the fuck is on that plate?
We know that. We were here the whole time, so we know that you weren't here the whole time.
Thanks, buddy. I that's what I was fucking saying. What is on the goddamn plate? Is
That is,
fucking
I can
liver?
tell you, that's a pizza. At the stand, they used to serve pizza pies. So that is a half or 3/4 eaten pizza pie sitting on one of the front tables.
It looks like a fucking gallbladder or something.
Yeah, like I'm glad I can give you guys that exclusive. That is a pizza that was served to someone.
No, you fags are eating fucking babies and shit. That looks like a half-eaten fucking baby. I've seen half-eaten babies. That looks like a fucking half-eaten.
This is not Comet Pizza. Chill out.
Yeah. What are you fucking bumping to half-eaten babies every week in Florida?
Have you ever heard of adrenochrome?
Yeah, no fucking comment.
Epstein Island.
I put likability and timing behind them.
Boom.
Dan Soder was here for some reason. I don't know why he would do this roast. He has a successful career. I wish he was here to hear this. Didn't he learn the last time when he tried to ruin his career by fucking Nikki Glazer? That's funny. I just think it's funny.
So really quick.
He'll always be the second best comedian in his apartment.
Hold on. He at that time was supposedly very good friends with Nikki Glazer. At the time of this roast, he was like even forcing himself on lineups that Nikki Glazer was performing in Rochester. It's funny how he doesn't seem to have that Nikki Glazer connection anymore. Right? Right? He was
Very
like
true,
the
very
man
true.
that used to be really cool with Nikki. He was on her show. She'd bring him along on the road. But suddenly, something I don't know about must have happened. Maybe Chad had one of his psychosomatic fucking breaks and, you know.
Behind the scene talking to Nikki about being with Dan kind of thing.
Gino Bisconte's here. I think we know that. Gino's. I'm not telling this one because Soder's not even here. It's not. Soder. Okay, I'm gonna tell it. Gino and Soder's dad.
Wow. You
Gino
see that?
and
Hold on.
Soder's
Hold
dad
on.
have a lot in
Hold
common.
on.
They're
I
both
want you to
huge
go
alcohol-
back. I want you to go back, and I want you to look at
Christ,
the look.
It's not fucking highlights.
Go back and look at the look on his face that happens. He looks out into the crowd as they're all booing right there when they turn on him officially.
Soder. Okay, I'm gonna tell it.
He looks out, and I want you to see if you can pause it, Derek.
Gino and Soder's dad.
Oh, it's almost there. Right there. Yeah. Oh my God. That is the taste of vomit coming up the back of his throat. He's tasting old pennies. He's tasting a D-cell battery against his tongue right now. That is a feeling that you feel very rarely as a comedian when you have lost the crowd completely and there is absolutely no coming back. Now, that
And
rarely
you still have
happens.
5 minutes left.
That rarely happens in a normal setup, in a stand-up set. That rarely fucking happens. You have to be like on ketamine and going on. Granny, you understand this. You'd have to be on ketamine and try to go on stage, and that's where the people would turn on you. They don't just turn on you like this during a normal set. This motherfucker lit his own fuse and lit the M80 in his hand.
Well, all right. Let's compare here. How many comics have you started for?
Dude, a sentence. Just say one sentence, like
Yeah.
without
How many?
stammering like a
How
fucking
many?
moron.
I'm not fucking stammering like a moron. I'm drunk. How many fucking comics have you opened for?
More than you can count on your hands and toes.
Give me the top fucking
redneck
three,
fuck.
asshole. Fuck
Bro.
you fucking northern piece of shit. Give me
I
the top
honestly-
three, asshole.
I have absolutely no reason to prove anything to you.
Just give me the fucking top three. I'll give you my fucking top three.
Listen, I don't brag about comedians I
Just
opened
give me
for.
fucking top three.
Listen,
sucker.
I don't brag about comedians that I opened for, even though I could
Just
say that
fucking
because
give me top three.
that is
Three
something.
fucking comics you've opened for ever.
If I was a loser and a dick
Oh,
boy,
Jesus, fuck.
fucking
So
punk,
none.
then I'd brag about
None.
the
You've opened
comedians.
for no fucking comics.
If that's what makes you sleep better at night, believing that,
No, I've
falsehood?
opened for no fucking comics. And here we are. We're still fucking doing this.
I will never brag about any comedian I open for. That's a garbage thing to do, and anyone who does that is a fraud. So that's not what I do.
This is some gay ops fucking bullshit. Take the fucking hat off, show your bald fucking head, and quit living a fucking lie, buddy. All right?
Which lie am I living tonight, Granny?
I don't
Please
know.
elaborate. No, say your words.
The comic lie? The comic lie? You're not a fucking comic. I'm just as much as a fucking comic.
So
as
you're
you
telling
are.
me this guy that showed up on this webcam
No, I'm saying I'm just
stream
as
out of
much as a
nowhere,
fucking
who
comic,
doesn't know about my 7 years as a comedian in New York City?
My
Because you're not
7
like you're just you're just
Three
like
of
Chad.
them were fucking
Dude, you're-
COVID years.
You're just
Three
like
of them
Chad.
were fucking COVID years. But hey, buddy, I've been doing it for 7. But hey,
Dude.
listen, I couldn't fucking work for 3 years, and my fucking industry is destroyed, bruh.
This is
Let's
perfect.
talk about it.
This is
Let's
perfect.
talk
You're-
about how my shit's been fucking destroyed.
You're
Bush
pulling a
Light,
Chad.
No, Bush Light, C-Mox.
You're pulling a Chad. You're like
I'm
a
not pulling a fucking
child.
jab.
You're like a child.
I
that
am
walks
like a
in-
child. Yeah.
You walk into the middle of a movie wanting to know what's going on, acting like you know what's going on, and literally you're a drunk redneck from Florida drinking Busch Light, and you're you're trying to come at me right now. So let me just throw this back. You don't know.
But you're easy.
You don't know
most comics are fucking sensitive, pussy ass bitches.
I'm sensitive,
just
sure.
like your fucking self.
I'm here just to tell you that you don't know your ass from your elbow when it comes to New York City comedy.
You can't name one fucking comic that you've opened for.
I can,
Name
but
one.
I don't.
One. Give me.
Whoa! I want to know. Where's this coming from, Granny? Holy shit!
You're fucking just to blame. I'll see you motherfuckers tomorrow too, if you'll still fucking have me with Rasputin the fucking menace over here.
Did someone dose your Busch Light? Could that have happened?
I fucking hope so, dude. I really fucking hope so.
You're not gonna piss on anybody's luggage, are you?
I honestly, if I'll piss on every motherfucker's luggage here. And probably take shits on it if I could.
All right, I kind of like Lemmy now. He's come back around on me. I'm not gonna lie, it was like a arc, but I'm back on. Did I say Granny or Lemmy? I'm sorry, I'm fucking confused. I'm drunk, dude.
You're drunk too? What the fuck is going on, man?
I don't like his shirt, but I like this little Lemmy girl guy.
That's cool. Yeah, she's pretty cool.
No, you're the little Lemmy, right?
No, I'm Granny.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was the one who did that. I'm sorry. I got Lemmy on my brain. I must have had a stroke.
Me too.
I must have had a stroke.
Oh, good for you.
Oh.
I thought he was fucking Sammy Hagar for a long time.
Granny, can you go take a piss out your window like a true Florida nobody, real quick for us?
No, even better. Can you go fall?
I mean, I don't have to fucking piss, but if I did, I would piss right out the fucking window.
Is that how you
fucking Long Island? You fucking ginger piece of fuck.
Is that
how many times have you fallen into your piss? Is my question.
I've never fallen into my piss. I don't fall out the fucking window. The window catches me.
Is that a palmetto bug repellent? Human piss?
No, I can't light this fucking lighter. You guys are dicks. I think this fucking ginger fuck stole the soul out of my lighter.
Granny,
God,
what do you get?
Damn it!
What's the day rate on a
what?
What's the day rate on a
what?
central? What's the day rate on a
what?
central?
Let him talk, goddammit!
What's the day rate on a Central Florida house painter these days? What are you clocking per day? On
$25 an hour. It ain't bad.
Do you guys get any benefits? Do you got any Social Security on that, or are you just like if you fall off that 20-foot ladder and snap your neck like a fucking moron, you're out? Like Artie's dad. Are you like Artie's dad if you fall, or are you covered?
You know, the funnest thing is being funnier than you and not having to go and drive to fucking comedian gigs and call myself a fucking comedian and still probably make more money than you doing it.
So again,
that's always fun.
One of these funny things about people who have no idea about New York City comedy is that no one has a car in New York City. Like literally, that's not a thing that happens, and we all take.
Well, New York City's fucking gay.
We take what's called the subway. So yeah, we take the subway to get around.
Hold on,
I got.
I'll be back.
He's gonna go shit out his window. Let him shit out his window. He's got to shit.
Yeah,
He's got a screen, right?
He's got to take care of business.
This is good.
All right.
This is good.
I think we'll wrap it up. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Holy shit.
I had to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark. cause you stink like a fart. Well, I like your fart on fire with my rhymes. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. Made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, you know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she
Back your
calls.
boys call.
Later.
Got any plugs?
Yeah, Granny loves getting banned without a G. Twitch.tv. Fuck you, Stevie.
Stevie Lou?
My plugs are Granny's plugs. So, Granny, do your plugs one more time.
Fuck you, Stevie.
And Granny, or what is it? At Granny Loves Anal will be on tomorrow night at 5 o'clock.
Can't wait to see you guys.
Pacific
Stevie, will you
Standard
join
Time
us?
tomorrow.
Dude, drink some water and get some sleep, and I'll think about it, all right?
Eat a dick and fucking see me tomorrow, bitch. Love you.
Got
Love
it.
you too, buddy.
Got it.